Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Summer Game Fest coverage live on the Triple S League. Ash and Sybe with you, and we have another special guest joining us very soon. But welcome everybody who's active in the live chat. The show proper should be starting in about 45 minutes, and we're just going to hang out, talk about some gaming news, maybe look at some memes, maybe look at.
I am here. Or sorry, I should rephrase that. I am here. There we go.
Sybe just exploded.
And Ash, you must forgive him. He doesn't know how to turn on dark mode on YouTube. I'm so sorry, everybody. It's very big embarrassment.
Why would I want dark mode on YouTube? Put me to sleep. Wouldn't be good. All right. Where's the interact option? Come on. Yeah, so we are, by the way, this is not YouTube even. This is Twitch, man. So we are looking at the
Twitch. It's the same thing.
Game Awards. Same thing. We're looking at the Game Awards Twitch account, which right away here, I believe their countdown's going to start in about 14 minutes. But we're going to look at some other stuff. I do have some news that we just came across right before starting here. Microsoft announces an Xbox TV app and its own xCloud streaming stick. So what is this about? This is
yeah. So Microsoft is basically they're doing what I assume is the correct. Here we go. Here's Max. Hello, Max.
All right. So we have joining us today. We have the Maximum D himself, Max Darrett. And he might be muted.
Damn thing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Yes, and the D can be whatever you want it to be, just as long as it starts with the letter D.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Maximum Donuts.
Maximum Danger.
Danger Max. Mm-hmm. Welcome. Max Darrett,
you.
If you're not familiar with him, he's got a YouTube channel, covers gaming and mental health stuff, does a lot of collabs with Sybe. Lots of discussion about autism there. So yeah, great to have you with us.
Thank you. And those collabs are going to be continuing for the rest of the week as we're doing E3 coverage. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you guys are doing your stuff here on the channel. We're going to be doing stuff on the disability channel. And if anything in particular, I can't talk. If anything in particular that is interesting to me and the stuff that I cover on my channel happens, I will cover it on my channel. I.e., somehow Metal Gear Solid gets re-announced somehow. I'm not pulling for it, but you know.
Got some good ones here in the chat. Islington Girl says, not to be confused with the Big D. I don't know. Maybe it could be.
Lady Reaver. I mean, one other thing I got to add on to that. The adjective little cannot go before the D, so...
as long as it's not the adjective little.
Yes, or puny, or tiny, or petite, or wee.
Lady River rather likes the Maximum D. If the shoe fits, Maximum Danger Zone. And Keyscape.
Highway 2, though?
Highway 2, the Maximum Danger Zone.
Nice.
That should be an Archer thing. You're in the Maximum Danger Zone. Keyscape says the Maximum Dance. Yeah.
Danger Zone.
Maybe someday we'll see a bust a move to Danger Zone.
You bust a move to Danger Zone. I guess you got to do like one of those flash dance things where you just bouncing up and down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so what's this Microsoft streaming stick about? Is this a Stadia-like thing, Sybe, or is
Yeah, basically it's basically the Stadia concept of like streaming video games from their servers, or I believe they have some way of doing it from. I'm not sure because I haven't it just came out. Literally, news just dropped. I don't know if they're going to be including that as being able to stream what's going on your Xbox to another camera, to another monitor or screen or whatever they're calling it these days. So if that's the case, then that picks things up a little bit more, opens the door a little bit more to what you can do with the device too. But mostly this is going to just be like, you want to stream a major game to your phone, then you can do it. And I mean,
but does it like stream from the Xbox, or is it streaming from like xCloud?
Well, no, it's streaming from xCloud. The exception that I was wondering about was whether or not they're going to allow that to go from your Xbox to another device as well. But the primary thing that you're paying for and getting in that package is obviously the streaming from their servers to your whatever device you're using wherever you are.
Interesting. All right.
I can finally play Red Dead Redemption 1 on my PC.
I can play Red Dead Redemption 1 on my phone.
Heck
on
yeah.
On my refrigerator.
Oh, that's most important.
Absolutely.
Like,
I can't stop gaming while I'm getting that pizza out to warm up in the microwave.
I literally can't wait for the day that you can actually set up a stream to your fridge screen. Like that like the hilarity of this is just like, whatever. But
I know a guy who would probably do it just to prove it could be done. There's this YouTuber I follow who just does stuff like that. I've been thinking about trying to get him on to do an interview with him on our channel, just because he does these crazy things. He goes by Tom7. He's got a great YouTube channel. He's got a PhD in computer science or something. Incredibly intelligent guy, but just does the most bizarre and self-admittedly useless projects for fun, kind of thing. It's really interesting. But anyway, Max, you shouldn't have specified that the word small can't go in front of the D, because they're just they're razzing you in the chat now. So Pygmy D.
On. What are they saying? Let me see this.
D Little. Dr. D Little, yeah. Polly's D Smalls. Nice. That's funny.
How dare you?
Well, hey, you asked for that one. You walked right into it. Good afternoon to you, Arturo. Why don't I use ad block? I keep explaining this. I have an ethical issue with using ad block when I myself, we still earn a good chunk of our revenue here at the Triple S League through ad revenue. Not, the proportion that we're getting, from Patreon and etc. That proportion is getting bigger compared to the ad revenue, but we can't survive without the ad revenue right now. We can barely survive with the ad revenue. So
yeah,
there you go. That's why I don't use ad block. Anyway, I do have the hyperreel that was published yesterday. We can go through that. But I also asked for your E3 and gaming festival, gaming event related memes on the Discord server, and some of you have been posting some, so I might bring some of these up right now. But anyway, so Max, Saib, what are you excited for these coming days because E3, we've got E3 and also E3 related events happening. Bethesda Xbox is the big one I'm looking forward to on Sunday. Also very curious about the Deep Silver / Koch Media. How do you say it? Koch? The Koch Media?
But you can also pronounce it the other way because, we're all children here.
Media. That way. Yes. I guess that makes sense too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
should I go first, Saib?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go first? Okay. So, I think pretty much everybody is expecting the one huge conference will be the Xbox Bethesda one. Everywhere I look at all the different news outlets online, and they're doing polls. Hey, which conference are you looking forward to most? And by far, 60-70% of the vote always goes to Xbox and Bethesda. They have the major games that we can be certain of that they are showing off. It's not like with Bandai Namco where they may or may not be showing off Elden Ring, or Ubisoft where they may or may not be showing off Beyond Good and Evil 2. With Bethesda and Xbox, we can be pretty certain that they're going to be showing off Halo Infinite. Obviously, it's in their marketing. It's a pretty damn good shot that they're going to show off Starfield, which it's a Bethesda RPG. Obviously, everybody's going to be excited. And plus all the other games that fall under those banners, things like Ghostwire Tokyo, Hellblade 2, which is coming up, and a whole bunch of others. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great stuff that we could possibly be introduced to at this conference. Aside from that, Nintendo, because I am thinking about getting a Nintendo Switch pretty soon. I'm hoping that they're going to announce like a 35th anniversary Zelda remaster, kind of like what they did with Super Mario All Stars for the Switch, where they remaster all those old platformers, like let's say Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, so that I could play them on the Switch. Breath of the Wild 2. Don't expect anything from Metroid Prime 4, although I would be happy to see it. Maybe another Mario game. And aside from that, it's just a whole bunch of maybe, maybe not will show up. Like I just said, the aforementioned Elden Ring. There might be one or two others that will probably come to mind, but until then, I'll just pass it off to Saib.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to expect, obviously, for today. Um, Niley's going to have a bunch of stuff, and he's going to be very happy with some of them, obviously. There's going to be a lot of filler, too, because he has been doing that a lot lately. Um, yeah, so, I mean, as far as today goes, I'm expecting to be surprised basically most of the, like, about half of the time. Pleasantly surprised, hopefully, with a lot of, like, indie titles or new announcements that I didn't necessarily see coming. But in a lot of cases, not so much the indies. I think a lot of the indies that we're going to see today, we're going to be playing in less than 6 months. I think a lot of the major titles that we're going to be seeing today, we're not going to be playing within 6 months. I really think that's the case. I think that a lot of this is going to be like, look at this awesome trailer for this game that's 5 years away. And I mean, how many times? How many times have we seen that? How many times have we had to live through that? Like, Good and Evil is still not released yet. How? How?
Well,
yeah.
I remember talking about that quite a while ago.
Like ages ago. Like I think that they've been working on that longer than we've been running the channel. Like it's oh yeah.
but in
Sorry,
terms
are you talking about Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Beyond Good and Evil 2, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
There were a ton of internal delays at Ubisoft though. When was that? 2018? When or 2019 when there was just a whole bunch of crap happened. Polly's, wow, thank you so much for the super chat. Polly says, your ad block talk touched my heart, Ash. Here, take this humble contribution in return from the Legion. I'm a generous god. Well, you are indeed. Thank you so much, Polly's. Really appreciate that. B-Bish 800 says...
That reminds me, Polly's, that reminds me of one of my favorite lines in sitcom comedy where it's Third Rock from the Sun, and
that was a good show.
The head dude and the son character, they walk into and they spoof what at the time was this really popular show about stock trading featuring William Shatner in Canada, at least. It was a big show in Canada. I don't know if it was big in the States, but I think it was, because this, Third Rock was filmed in the States, and they parodied it, right? So they walk into They go all in an investment into this one company. It starts having some trouble, so they arrive as minor investors, basically, like with like $100 or something in it, something stupid low. And they walk in and they're like, they walk in and the camera angles doing the shaky cam thing as they're walking down the hallway, telling people to get out of their way. And they walk into the conference room and they're like, this is what you have to do, and this is what you have to do, and this is what you have to do. And everybody looks at them and they're like, who are you? And he's like, I represent the shareholders. I am not just your boss. I am your god, sir. But nice. Great build up for that. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for that.
But we got B-Bish 800 in the chat saying Halo Infinite is key, hoping they announce a beta of some sort soon. And by the way, shout out B-Bish, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Hope Halo Infinite. Sorry.
What's that? Sorry.
As a longtime Halo fan, I hope they were able to turn things around from the stuff that they showed last year. I will say I wasn't as disappointed with the footage as everybody else was. For me, when I play Halo, it's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay. I was satisfied with the gameplay they showed off, but knowing that they are going back to tweak a couple things here and there is encouraging. I just hope that it makes a comeback so that it will become something close to the juggernaut that it used to be. I don't think it will ever reach that level of popularity that Halo 2 and Halo 3 had, but I would like it to be a decent competitor to something like Call of Duty, so that way I don't constantly feel like I'm left out of, all the popular kids' hangouts, because everybody just plays Call of Duty nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So please, Microsoft, don't mess this up.
Oh, man.
Please. Let me feel like a cool kid again.
Halo's so good, but I was not terribly satisfied with the gameplay, and I don't know if that's because my expectations were set higher than they should be, but I don't want it to be just another Halo game. I want something more out of this one. This is supposed to be their big next gen thing, but as we've talked about, I don't know if Saib's talked about it with you, Max, but they are supposed to have some open world tech in this game that is above and beyond what we've seen before, but they didn't showcase any of that. Plus, the graphics they showcased weren't that great. My suspicion is that, they weren't bad, but they weren't next gen. You know what I mean? So my suspicion is that it was a rush job. They were like, we have to have this out with the new Xbox, and so you've just got to, boom, get something together. And so they rush jobbed to the reveal we saw last year, and it wasn't. It was a little disappointing, and I think a lot of that has to do with, if you're comparing it to last gen's games, then yeah, I mean it's pretty average. If you're but if you're expecting something next gen, then it's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not saying that the criticisms about the graphics were wrong. I see what people are saying. I'm just saying, for me personally, it was never about the graphics when it came to Halo, but it is for other people, and that's fine. I hope that. Yeah, go ahead.
The most bizarre thing was that one of the primary issues with the graphics and with what we were seeing was the fact that they were showcasing something that had there was a visual processing bug or something like that, because there was a big channel that big website full of a bunch of nerds that were able to pin out exactly what was going on and what was wrong with what they were showcasing, and the fact that there was something wrong with the lighting engine, or there was something like it was a fixable thing,
or the lighting that it's definitely a fixable
that they
thing
were using. And it was like,
gotta bring up my boy Craig the Brute here, by the way. Just
of course,
it's funny.
Why would you showcase that when the oh gosh.
Well, it was either really. That's why I feel like it was either really rushed or they were really incompetent. And
yeah,
I'm leaning.
I think
toward
rushed
they
is
rushed.
probably
exactly, because I think the tech's there, and I think what we're hearing is that the graphics we're going to see when we actually see it on Sunday are going to be much better. Yeah. But
I do remember that there was one time, it was a few years ago, I can't remember exactly who it was, but I remember some guys talking about it from in the friends that I have that make games, the devs. They had made 4 different versions of the trailer that they were going to showcase, and the trailer that got shipped out essentially with the team that ended up doing the thing there at the E3 was the wrong trailer. They were supposed to show their most recent one, but for whatever reason their previous one, which they weren't really happy with, was the one that ended up getting shown. And they were everybody was losing their minds. And I'm like, that stuff does happen from time to time too. Now it's less likely to happen these days because you're not putting it into a suitcase and then taking it to a trade show and then plug it in there. It's and even that at that time was, they're only doing that so that it didn't, leak out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was going to be showcased there, and it had to be plugged into literally a computer on site there at the E3 trade show where they were streaming that out.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a lot of that is handled, a lot differently, and it's you could provide, last minute updates. Whereas this one, you couldn't quite do that, and they didn't realize that they had the wrong one until basically the guy went to go click on it. I mean, I think Mr. Randy had a similar problem to this when they were showcasing number 3, and of course I'm not naming the game nor the company nor the person specifically, considering that they're all dicks. But yeah, it's a problem that does happen from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yes, I do hope they show Craig again, Islington Girl. That would be funny. Let's see. Shua says, yeah, they just cut the bad side of Craig's face. Yes, exactly. The front side. It's the bad side.
Lols.
Bebish says, I really appreciate them not launching the game before it was ready. We've seen that too much recently with other games. Yes, agree 100%. I'm happy that they took it back and are giving it the time that they need. Saib, Arturo wants to know why you look so damn handsome right now.
Excuse me. I look so handsome because, because I did. We're testing the thing, right? So yeah.
By the way, actual Saib face reveal at 50,000 subs. Hit that sub button. By the way, slam the like button for every like button that gets slammed. The doggo gets a pet. She's right beside me here. She gets lots of pets anyway. But slam the like button, please.
Trailer Trash is wondering who Craig is. Craig is just the name that fans affectionately gave to the fruit that you see on screen right now. It was just something that grew out of the Halo Infinite gameplay that was shown off last year, just as a meme online, and they called him Craig.
Yes, Craig's become very famous from that. So yeah, his mug here is literally from the gameplay reveal of Halo Infinite that we were shown. When was that? December or was that earlier? November?
I think it was like September because it was only a couple months before it was.
Supposed to come out. Right? That's right. It was supposed to. Right, it was a little while before it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm curious if anybody here, man, because it was only available and it was only visible in some places. Did anybody get to see the beautiful Ring of Fire eclipse that happened last night? Because that was kind of cool.
I heard about it, but no.
Yeah.
Sadly.
So also it's really good timing that happened like literally like 8 hours like what was it?
Right before the
right before the showcase.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's one of the reasons why it's one of the reasons why one of the games that everybody is excited about to see is going to be the Elden Ring, which I don't think is showing up this year. I know. People are gonna kill me for that, but I don't think we can expect it because from what I've heard, there's a lot of delays. Again, there's like super grain of salt here with this. I could be totally wrong. I don't know conclusively. All I know is that there's been a lot of rumors that things are not great at the studio. There's been a lot of like post polish that they've been trying to work on, or not post polish, like early polish, and it's still too soon for it to come out because it's probably not going to be out for over a year now. So one of those games that was just shown off way too bloody early.
I mean, it was teased. They haven't shown.
Teased,
anything. And then we got some leaks. We got some leaks, but that was not an official showcase of it. So
yeah.
Right, but wouldn't that be an indicator, like the fact that they had some sort of promotional material like that in the leaks that we saw, be an indicator that they might be at least ready to show off a second trailer?
Maybe, although it might have been made for internal use, maybe like by the publisher or something like that. That's what I remember reading at the time. Like it might not have ever been intended for the public to see. But I mean, who knows? Or maybe they made it and then decided not to show it to the public after all. Something like that. Speaking of leaks, we've got ourselves a Bethesda leak here.
Ooh.
Rare Bethesda leak. Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Go. You see it up on the screen right now. I had you going there, didn't I, Max?
Nice.
Thank you for to show some of the memes that are being posted on our server. E3 in a few days. Can't wait to see all the games I won't have time to play or be scammed with BS fake trailers. Yes, indeed. That's hardly a meme. That's just Penguin speaking truth here.
That's just literally the truth that we've had for the past few years.
Hello, Manning Muncher
so
on
sad.
Twitch. All right. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. It's even nice and zoomed in. Oh, because I had my tab zoomed in. This is good, though. In-game footage. Actual game. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. We were talking about this on the Disability Channel podcast that Simon and I did last week. How E3, even though we get excited about it, deep down we all realize that much of it is just one big lie meant
Well,
to
yeah.
just yeah.
Well,
Except there are certain circumstances where the stuff they do show off is actually true, and it comes and it is how it actually is in the final product. Things like Spider-Man or Doom Eternal. But those are few and far between.
you get a few of those, yes. You get a few of
Mhm.
those. But it's like I posted when I advertised the stream on our Discord server yesterday. I said, you know what? We know this is all publishers blowing smoke up our collective asses, but the point is to just enjoy it together and have fun. So that's what I look forward to from this. And also hopefully to see some cool games. I've been testing E3 launches every year. Okay, name at least 10 of them. GTA 5. That's on me. I set the bar too low. I love this one. I love this new meme format. I don't know what this is. Is this his like cop show? What's the actor's name?
I think so. I don't know. It might be it might be anything. The guy does everything. So
Yeah. Also, big rule of thumb, everybody. Here's a little PSA for you. Remember, no pre-orders, or they're coming for you.
Yes.
And we've got our E3 bingo sheet. So let's see.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, let's see what's on here. So EA NHL 2022 actually gets an E3 reveal. If I keep saying it, one day it'll be true. That's what that small text down there says. New Souls or Souls adjacent game announced. Neckbeards rejoice. Master Chief confirmed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I feel like this is the E3 wishful thinking bingo sheet. Reboot with same name of series less than 10 years old for self-evident reasons. Oh, I thought they were talking about reboot the series there for a second. I was like, what?
I don't know though. It says Sunset Overdrive 2. Is that something that everybody really wants? It was an okay game, but is it like something that we're all clamoring for?
Cuphead DLC misses the show again. Look, a car. Please play our boring racing game. It has cars too.
Yep, that's true.
Someone makes a joke about the anti-vaxxers. Twitter apology to follow. No, I don't think so. I don't think anti-vaxxers are one of those protected classes that you're not allowed to joke about. Storied game franchise.
Pretty sure they're pretty sure it's easy.
Pretty much a pariah right now.
Mock them.
Nintendo forgets about Metroid.
I need to say this. In all cases of vaccines, consult your doctor. Don't listen to people on the interwebs. Don't listen to conspiracy theories. Don't listen to like government officials because like the ones that are not like medical, medically licensed. Your doctor is always going to know what's right for you because you might have an allergy that some politician doesn't know about. So for the love of God,
talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor.
Not there's a lot of minutia there. So yeah, talk to your doctor. That's our official stance on that.
Oh, yeah, not lame guy 124 off some random forum.
Yeah,
just don't get your medical advice.
Twitter user.
Don't get your medical advice from internet forums. Period. Let's just look, kids, it's celebrity or streamer here to promote game. No one enjoys this.
Plums VS on the Twitch said, please make a joke about anti-vaxxers. So that's my like halfway joke is please don't listen to random people online when it comes to your medical advice. Talk to your doctor because there are some cases that you want it, other cases where you don't want it. So yeah.
Microsoft and Sega announce a partnership. Finally, a 4K 120 FPS remaster of Sonic 06. These are so...
One of those things is possible.
It's possible, but honestly, I'm finding this one so random. This bingo sheet. Someone throws out a spicy swear for cheap applause. Yes, absolutely. That always happens. Yeah. New Magenta game announced, powered entirely by cringe.
Lols.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but
What's a
I
magenta
love
game?
this next one. I love this one. Minecraft makes an appearance for some reason.
Yeah. Someone announces a battle royale that is immediately forgotten about.
Oh, did you guys hear the big news on that? Apparently, Battlefront 42 or
Battlefield.
2040
2042,
Battlefield,
yeah.
sorry. Battlefield 2042 does not have a battle royale.
No.
And some people are literally losing their mind about this. I don't know why, but yeah.
There's a million other ones that you can play. Plus, the last time they did one in Battlefield 5, it wasn't received all that well. So get over it. I mean, I understand being upset that Battlefield 2042 won't have a campaign because the last couple times they actually did campaigns, like especially in Battlefield 1, it was good. So to not have that is disappointing. But as long as we...
The campaign is always an annoying thing for me because it's like, why are you paying like why is it so much money for a game that is effectively just single player or just multiplayer? There's no single player. If the internet goes out, you can't play the game.
Yep.
And like, I get that for a lot of things, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, is it really that hard to add? Is it really that hard to just add a good story? And I think in a lot of these cases, it's like if you want to be effectively an MMO, be an MMO, but like at least like rebrand yourself. Like, I don't get it because you can pick this game up in your stupid hiccups. You pick this game up in some game stores. I remember this has been going on for a while now. They put it up in the single player thing. Like, why? It's so dumb.
Maybe they don't realize. Maybe it's because it's.
No.
You know, it goes with all the other Battlefields. But as Bold Betrayer points out, it doesn't have a campaign. It has a battle pass and probably microtransactions. So yeah, you're paying full AAA price. Plus, there's the battle pass, and it's multiplayer only. I mean, Fortnite.
That's
at
what
least
happens when you're under EA.
Exactly, Fortnite at least, for all of Epic's flaws and for all of Fortnite's, you know. It's cool to hate Fortnite now, but it's a free game. You know, the battle royale portion anyway.
I was legitimately tempted to play Fortnite again the other day.
Yeah.
And the only reason why is because they had a Rick. They have a Rick.
Yeah, they're adding Rick from Rick and Morty in there, but it also, I don't know, that's such a weird crossover.
I wanted to, like the art style is still like it's his like the cartoon art style. It's not like some like it's not a different version. Like it's really weird seeing him in the game because he doesn't look anything like the most of the other characters in the game. So it's one of those things where I was really kind of impressed with that, and I just want to like hop in the skin and then run around in a big circle just screaming out, nubba dubba dub dub, it's like nonstop. And that's about the extent of how much effort I want to put into that game. But yeah.
I don't understand this one. Mother 3 localized.
Oh, Earthbound.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a part of that same series. People have been wanting more from that series for a long time, and they never got it. So they're just hoping that someday it will get ported over to the West so people can enjoy it in English.
Aggressive, almost criminal overuse of dank memes. Poorly handled political or social statement. Yeah, guaranteed. Rockstar game appears at E3, not Grand Theft Auto 6. No, of course not. It'll be Grand Theft Auto 5.
Exactly. Well,
73.
Hold on. We don't have to worry about that happening, though, because Rockstar doesn't actually ever really show up to E3. And if something Rockstar related does show up, it is, as Ash just sort of tangentially referred to it, is something related to a previous game and maybe just it being released on a new console or a new form of DLC. I would be shocked if Grand Theft Auto 6 or a new game from Rockstar got announced at this year's E3.
And what is Skyrim going to launch on this year? Let's start taking bets on that. Conferences from companies no one has ever heard of to fill in the gap. So anyway, there's your bingo sheet. or there's a bingo sheet you can use. Paulie's again with the super chat. Thank you so much. Battlefield had a good story. It was called Bad Company series. We've been begging for Bad Company 3 since Battlefield 3, but I guess EA doesn't understand its consumers.
No.
That's like saying water is wet. That it doesn't. EA just does not get it. Now the new lady in charge of Worldwide Studios or whatever, she says she wants to change that, but we'll see if that actually happens. All right, so we're about 10 minutes away, and the Game Awards, they put out this hype roll. Fall of Dark says, I want to add Google Stadia news to the bingo. Yeah, exactly. Google Stadia, stuff that nobody cares about. So this hype reel just had a...
What?
Sorry?
Wait, water is wet?
Water is wet. Did you not know
Oh, okay.
We'll be
So, this hype reel, I mean, Mad Queen and I were going through this yesterday just to try and get a peek at some of what we can expect. I mean, a lot of it is to be expected. Of course, there's tons of... there was actually quite a lot we didn't... What is this game that's on the screen right now? This is one we couldn't figure out, and I know I've seen it before. I just could not remember the name.
I know that one. It's that our I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but it's that our that stylized like graphical thingy. It's like a open world type thingy, sort of. I think.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember what it was called, and I didn't know what to search to look it up. Lots from there was a lot that was kind of like this that we couldn't quite figure out, and we realized they were from Warhammer.
Okay.
This, hang on, go back to that. This one, we don't know for sure, but we settled on thinking this might be Vampire the Masquerade. And it was based on this symbol. Oh, you can't really see it because it's covered by our logo right now. Let me remove that.
Lols.
The symbol on the piano here kind of looked like the crest of one of the vampire houses. Anyway, that was Mad Queen's opinion. One of the houses, I can't remember what it's called. It starts with an M, and there's an M on there, and their crest is a broken mirror. And this does kind of have like the shape of a handheld mirror. Don't know for sure. I don't know enough about the franchise to know for sure, but anyway, could very well be. It kind of matches it stylistically. Mm-hmm. Of course, Dying Light 2.
Yeah.
There was a shot somewhere in here of Lady Double D herself, Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil 8, and so I wonder if we're going to see an announcement
DLC.
of some DLC or something like that.
That'll be there.
Yeah. This one, what is this? Life is Strange? Psychonauts, I think. Of course, Horizon Forbidden West. There's a ton of Horizon clips in here. And this one, we weren't sure at first either, but I'm pretty sure this is Far Cry 6. That looks like the protagonist from Far Cry 6.
Yeah.
The setting,
That's Far Cry 6.
It's the setting is hard, like the background, it's hard to tell, but of course, Ratchet and Clank, Far Cry 6. Giancarlo is he's just such an awesome actor. He's such an awesome villain. So, Fortnite, of course. I mean, a lot of these are to be expected. One we couldn't figure out, though, there were these fighting robots. This one here. We were stumped on this one. We could not figure out. Kisuke says, yeah, Malkavian, that's the one. But yeah, this clip of the fighting robots, and there's a couple of short clips, and we just could not find any identifying features. We were searching for it. The robots is Apex Legends. There are some Apex Legends shots in here.
I do think that's Apex Legends.
Oh,
I think you
okay.
might be right. I'm not 100% on that, but yeah, I kind of feel like it.
Guy on the left is Pathfinder.
That's funny because I was about
Or
to
on the
make
right,
a joke
okay.
that it was Titanfall 3, just to piss everybody off.
Fall of Dark says Titanfall 3. So see, same
No,
joke.
it's not.
Okay. All right. Good to know. There's Lady D. This I don't know what this snowboarding game is, but this I honestly I don't know what this one is.
That chick? No idea.
But anyway, I mean, don't need to go through. And then a few anime style games in here. Again, we couldn't quite identify what they were. Overwatch, lots of Overwatch in here. So Overwatch 2. Oh yeah, this one. This one we couldn't identify. So if anyone knows what this is.
Isn't that I can't remember the name of it. The what's the Japanese street like exploration / like
Ghost
Yakuza. The
Yakuza.
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 Yeah, that looks like Yakuza stuff off the top, but I'm not 100% on that one.
I mean, it could be. It's really hard to tell. Another shot of Giancarlo's smiling. They just can't get enough.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I just need to get a beverage.
Yeah, sure. We got about 3 minutes till the actual show starts. So, another anime style thing could be the same one we saw earlier. Might not be. Oh, and this one too. Oh, where'd it go? There's one where the dude totally looks like Van Helsing. Try to freeze it on. Okay, this isn't a good shot. There's another shot of him somewhere else in this video that's a little clearer, but I don't have time to find it right now. But he's killing some sort of vampire creature. It's set in, like, it's an older setting. It's like a Van Helsing style setting, and he kind of looks like maybe he's Van Helsing or somebody similar. So I don't know. Are we getting a Van Helsing game, or is this from something else that's already established? Anyway, it was kind of interesting going through that, but we shall find out what everything is, in theory. Yeah, it does look like Van Helsing. Could be Vermintide related, yeah. So I'm going to bring up the Game Awards Twitch now, where the stream should be starting right away here. So let's go to the stream. Watch now with 55k viewers. Sure. All right. Why are you not doing anything? Hang on. Let's just refresh this. So I don't know what the problem is. There should be a countdown appearing on the screen right now. Yes, let's watch. Let's do this thing. All right, I don't know why this is screwing up. Might have to set this up a different way. Hang on 1 second. Screen's going to go blank for just a quick sec while I just try to reset everything. There it is. There it is. Okay, here we go. Somehow fixed it. All right, everybody. Let's see. Fall of Dark says, let's see if I regret being up at 4 a.m. for this. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Hopefully you have a good time, even if Mandy Muncher says, Double D, step on me. Yes, that's what everybody wants, even though that would be incredibly, incredibly painful, as we have discovered. All right, so following program may contain content that some viewers find offensive. Viewer discretion is advised. It's Keighley with no audience.
Start right on time. Hello, everyone around the world, and welcome to Summer Game Fest Kickoff Live, presented by Prime Gaming. I'm Geoff Keighley, and buckle up because we've got a big show for you, filled with new game announcements, world premieres, updates on the games you play every day, some surprises, and special guests, including Jeff Goldblum, Giancarlo Esposito, and performances by Weezer, Japanese Breakfast, and the Sonic the Hedgehog Symphony Orchestra. Yes, that's really a thing. Now, like
Sounds
a great
pretty awesome.
video game, there may be some twists along the way today, and just wait until you see what we have planned for the end game. That is all I'm allowed to tell you right now. This is just the start of a big Summer Game Fest weekend of news and updates for fans, including live-streamed events from publishers like Xbox and Bethesda, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and more. You can head right now to summergamefest.com to track all the events, and believe me, there is a lot of great stuff coming your way. But today, we kick things off with a big 90-minute cross-industry showcase meant to put platforms and rivalries aside. We will have updates and news for you, no matter if you play on Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. The biggest games in the world will be here, and some of the smallest ones too, made by emerging voices and developers from around the world who represent what's next. Thank you so much for tuning in and kicking off Video Game Summer. Well, let's begin with a brand new game announcement. You're about to see the world premiere of the next great adventure from Gearbox and 2K.
Oh, of course, they're starting with Goonbox. You're right, that sneakers with the suit does look kind of odd. Plus the t-shirt too, yeah, exactly.
Fate. It soars on the wind. It rises from the grave. It stalks the ocean floor. You cannot hide from fate. But you can make your own.
Kind of expecting a sword and shield thing there, not a
Wait,
full auto.
Andy Samberg, Wanda Sykes, Ashley Birch, and
Will
Will
Arnett.
Arnett. Not the cast I would have expected.
Oh, this is the yeah.
Wonderlands.
This is the game that shall not be named from the studio that shall not be named.
All right, interesting.
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah,
That one, whatever.
coming next year.
Tiny
Yay!
Tina's
What did I tell
Wonderlands
you?
is Official, and joining us now is Tiny Tina herself. Ashley
Just
Birch.
missed. I just got
Ashley.
back.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Great to have you here. So I think the big question everyone's going to have is, what is Wonderlands? What can you tell us about it?
It's a great question.
Yes.
It's a high fantasy take on a looter shooter, as you saw, and if you're a fan of Borderlands, you'll probably recognize some fantasy elements inspired by Assault on Dragon Keep, which was the Borderlands 2 DLC that was beloved by the devs, and so this kind of inspired Wonderlands.
Now, I think the elephant in the room is this a Borderlands game? Is it not? How does it relate?
So it actually isn't. It's its own standalone game, and people that love Borderlands are going to find lots of elements to love about Wonderlands, but it's its own thing. Tiny Tina's got her own thing going on now, so it's got its own mechanics. There's spell casting. You can customize your character this time, which is super exciting. And yeah, so if you love Borderlands, you're going to find stuff to love in this. And if you've never played a Borderlands game, this is a great place to start.
Okay, well, Tiny Tina gets her own game, which is fantastic.
Yes.
What is her role? Why does she get her own game?
So she is your bunker master. She is kind of guiding the narrative and changing it on a dime if she wants. And she's just taking your cast of characters, which is an amazing cast, through this wacky world. And she's taking you on an adventure to defeat the Dragon Lord.
And
Who is that? I don't know. You'll have to play.
And I wonder who plays the Dragon Lord, because you've got quite the voice cast, including
do.
you in this, which is
Oh.
awesome. So feels
Thank you.
like such a big experience. So this was a bit of a tease, announcing it's out there. When will we find out more about this game?
Hopefully this summer. And
Oh,
you can find out a lot
Way to commit
more
there.
at playwonderlands.com if you'd like.
Okay.
But yeah, just stay tuned for updates.
All right, coming early 2022. So
Yes.
look forward to next year. Ash, thank you so much for joining us in person.
Thanks for
I
having
really
me.
appreciate it, and we'll see more later this summer on that
Oh man,
game.
the
All
chat
right, well,
comments are great here.
now
Did
it
they
is
just
time
put
for another brand
game
new
types in a
game
hat and pick
announcement.
3 out to
This
come up
one
with this
you
trash?
probably are not expecting. A classic 90s franchise is coming back to life as a grid-based tactical strategy title. for
Beloved by the
Steam
dev
on
sequels,
PC.
not very
This is an
popular.
insanely fun trailer. I hope you'll enjoy it.
Secondhand list of maybe, yeah. Oh. Oh, this is not what I was thinking, but this is so 90s.
This is not what I was thinking either, but interesting.
Which stream are you guys watching?
I'll
Watching
link
the
it, I'll
Twitch.
link it.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube,
You
you
might
will
be-
you'll
you
be a
might
little
be.
behind us. Twitch always has less delay.
And more commercials.
Gotcha. thank you.
Unskippable commercials.
I haven't really been paying attention, so what is this?
This is
it's 90s. This looks like something that I would have thought was the coolest thing ever when I was about 8.
like what was it? What was the series called? Metal Gun?
If it had gun in the
basically-
name, I was not allowed to watch it or play it or anything.
Metal Slug?
Metal Slug.
Metal Slug, that's the one. Yeah, this looks like a Metal Slug. Like if it's not inspired by, or if it isn't the actual crossover, the continuation, it's heavily inspired by.
Yeah.
I would say.
Metal Slug Tactics. So there we go. Now, is that going to be...
Okay, we have another big announcement for
That's
you from a
kinda cool.
surprise
I
guest
am
What
looking
platform
forward
is
to
it
that.
for?
past
Was it
3
mobile,
a.m.
or-
their time. So don't worry, we chatted earlier, and I'm very excited to share this with
It does
you
look
right
like a
now.
mobile game.
Hello,
Trailer
mystery
trasher.
guest.
Hello, Jeff.
Oh,
Mr.
Hideo.
Kojima, it is so good to see you.
And
Thank
suddenly
you for
not live
joining
anymore.
us, from
Yeah.
Tokyo. First
Not
of all, I
live.
just wanna
That
ask,
was a-
how are you
that was a
doing?
very
How are you
weird
feeling? How are things
transition.
right now over there in Japan.
no, he just ran over to his
東
office.
京ではですね、また非常事態宣言っていうのが出てて、ちょっとコロナの、患者数が増えつつあると。で、ワクチンをそろそろ打ち出そうとしてる、そういう感じですね。
Well, we certainly hope that you're going to get your vaccine soon. Let me ask you, as a creator, how has this past year impacted you?
今までのものづくりっていうのは今自分がいる世界を見てで地続きで5年後10年後20年後どうなるかっていうのを考えながらそこにエンターテインメントを加えていって、作ってたのが結構その10年後20年後に当たってたりっていうのがあったんですけど今回の DS に関してはもう発売直後になったので、
Yep.
ちょっとかなりものの考え方が変わったというかものづくりのスタンスがちょっと変わったというかいろいろ考えました。今後のものづくりやっぱりエンターテインメントである以上楽しんでもらって、そのプレイヤーのためになるものを作りたいっていうんですけどこんなにも早く時代が追いついてくるとちょっとなんていうんでしょうねフィクションじゃなくなってしまうので。なんで今回のコロナの中で この先をどう作るかっていうのはいろいろ考えましたね。他のクリエイターも多分大きく考えていると思います。911の時と同じような感じだと思いますね。これからエンタメをどういうふうに切り取っていくかっていうのはやっぱり大きな課題ではありますね。
Well, I know we are all very curious about what the next era of Hideo Kojima entertainment is going to be. I don't know how much you can say, but can you give us any sense of kind of where your mind's at right now, what you're thinking about, some of the themes or the ideas?
これ言えないですけど、今までのような、こう一歩一歩進むものじゃないんですよね。やっぱりその911の時もそうですけど、このコロナでガラリとあらゆるものが変わっていく、ものすごいスピードで変わっていくんで、そこでエンターテインメントが遅れを取ってしまうとダメなんで、それをどうするかというその予測ですね。まあ、全くこう宇宙人が攻めてくるとか、そういうゲームであればコロナ禍でも関係ないんでしょうけど、やっぱりこう、社会性の基盤を持ったエンターテインメントというのを作りたいですし、
And supposedly his next game is going to be a
皆さんに起こ
horror
りつつある
game.
ことをエンターテインメントの中でちょっとこう紹介したいというのもあるので、
I am.
今後世の中が
I'm
どちら
trying to
の方向に
understand
向かっ
what
ていくかってい
he's
う
trying
の
to
が
say here. It's like
今まで以上
we've
に
got to be
急激
entertaining.
に変わっていって
The way we create things
He's
is
just
changing.
talking about he's talking about the industry as a whole right now.
作るというか、
Yeah, but he's not really saying much.
そこはすごく神経質
I
に
think what he's trying to say is that his past games have
All right,
tried to be
fair enough.
relevant
I tried.
in the
Well,
past
Mr.
before
Kojima,
things
honestly,
happen in the
I
future,
really
kind of
do
like what he did
appreciate
with
you
Metal
making
Gear
the time
Solid
to
2.
stop by and just say
And he's just
hello
trying to
everyone.
talk about how he wants to
We
apply
miss
that to
you,
his
and we
future
can't wait to see what
games.
you're working
I'm
on,
just saying it's interesting because
next.
he's saying he wants to
So,
do that, but it's
thank
going to
you.
be with a horror game.
Jeff, one more thing.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, one more thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Trailer.
I knew they.
oh.
DLC for the yeah.
Why this is captured on a PS5? Why does it look so crummy? Like, is it just me? This did not look as good as, or does not look as good as what I've seen of the game before.
Looks more combat oriented this time.
You grab that box and put it on top of you.
Yeah. Follow in the wisdom of your predecessors.
Oh, don't put them.
No.
Don't. No. No.
He's not gonna.
He's not gonna do it, is he? Yep, he's definitely doing it.
What are we
Isn't that-
watching right
Isn't
now?
that upside down?
He's just checking if he could fit, I think. No.
Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing?
What? He thought about it. But he doesn't have the Sharpie to write not a box on the side of the box, so... Death Stranding... Director's Cut?
That's interesting.
So, Death Stranding, but longer? is, that,
Yeah.
is that what this is? What was...
There you have it. Death
What was the point of the box?
What was the
Director's
box?
cut finally
It was a
confirmed.
reference to
I
Metal
hope I
Gear.
make it
I
into the
guess.
Yeah,
mix.
yeah.
It was
I'm
a
told the
belabored
full
reference
reveal
with a
is
little
just
payoff,
weeks
though.
away. Stay tuned. All right, next. It's my honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary actor who dedicated a whole episode of his Disney Plus show to exploring the world of gaming and has been in games like Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And we're thrilled to have him here at Summer Game Fest. Jeff Goldblum, how are you, my friend?
Hi, everyone.
Thank you so much,
It's me.
Joffrey or
Life
Geoff
finds a
or-
way.
Sorry, I think it's Jeffrey. Hey, maybe it's Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Thank you so much, sincerely, for having me here. I'm thrilled to be here. Hey, I was watching your show, and I was wondering if there might be some video game world premieres, as you say. And sure enough, yeah, there is. There is.
Yes, we do like our world premieres around here. Any chance you brought one with you today?
Well, it's funny you should say that. Yes, you could say, yes, I do. If you don't mind, I've got something here. I'm going to read it on this. There's a little bit of a teleprompter that they're putting up here. So I'm going to read something because I don't want to get it wrong. I'm very meticulous about this.
Why?
So
Why
here's
him?
a dramatic
Why
reading
him?
of this game announcement. Ready? I'm going to make the game announcement right now. Hello. I'm here to welcome you to a very different world. It's going to elevate you to new heights. It's going to submerge you to new depths. Maybe even challenge you to control chaos. Actually, it's going to certainly challenge you to control chaos. It's a world so-called evolved. Take a look at the, you guessed it, world premiere.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
thinking that bingo card had it more right than I thought.
Pre-rendered footage.
We ignored all the warnings.
That's
Oh,
Jurassic Park,
this
yeah.
is okay. I could have. Yeah, I should have guessed. Obviously.
We abused our power. We played with genetics like it was a toy. We weren't careful. And now, here we are.
Is this actually going back to
This
OG
is
Jurassic
a
Park?
very different world.
Evolution 2.
There was an Evolution 1?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember there was like that park management game, but see, what I would love a Jurassic Park action shooter of
All
some
right, this
kind.
performer's new album, Jubilee, is out now, and her book, Crying in H
I
Mart, is
don't
a
think that's
New
it.
York Times bestseller. Here now to perform Glider from the upcoming open-world game Sable by Raw, Fury, and Shedworks.
Oh,
It's
man.
Japanese Breakfast.
Okay. So
Should I be
might as well
muting
tell
this to avoid a
Yeah.
copyright?
Yes. Obviously.
All right. Sorry, but yeah.
This is if you were wondering what that game that you were looking at before with the weird graphics, that's
This is this one. Yes.
Yes, this is this one.
Sorry to have to mute this, but we can't afford getting
Yeah, no, we
Copyright
do
takedown.
not we don't bother like any of these like full songs, and like it's so rude too for these companies. They're like, oh yes, we're gonna have this artist come up, they're gonna sing a song, and it's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome, oh it's gonna be so cool, and it's going to DMCA take down literally everybody who's watching our thing and restreaming it. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you think that's a good idea? I don't get these companies. It's
You know what
it's so dumb.
You know what I don't get even more is why they even have these performances as a part of these showcases.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I don't see the point. Like,
Yeah, just
gamers
show the
aren't
game.
interested in this stuff. Like, you could just be showing this as like, whatever. It's like,
Yeah, I will say though, with this though, because they are showing the gameplay over her singing, that's an improvement. That's what I want to see. So good for you. And it looks cool.
Okay, I just looked up Jurassic World Evolution. It came out in 2018. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting to be much older. Well, none of us have heard of it, so I was expecting it to
I'm
be much
pretty
older
sure
game.
that's that. Isn't it that park management game that came out?
Well, is that what it? I thought it was called something different. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Well, you're the one who's looking it up right now. What does it say about it?
I'm trying to find the tags for it. It's building dinosaur simulation. Yeah, it's
I'm pretty sure that's the one that we. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one that was.
yeah, it's a
streamed
park
quite bit.
building management kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Jurassic Park management game.
Basically, yeah.
That makes no sense because that's a game you can't win. The game, like the park, will always devolve into chaos.
well, except you get to create the chaos by funneling all of the people coming to the park directly into the T-Rex enclosure. So,
Okay,
you know,
true, very true. You can choose the way you destroy your stuff.
I think. Okay.
So beautiful.
Sable
Thank you,
is the name of the
Michelle.
game then, okay.
Sable will be released on September 23rd this year. That's some news for you. And to learn more about this amazing game, watch the Tribeca Games Showcase. That is tomorrow, where Sable was named an official selection of the Legendary Festival. Now, today is just the start of Summer Game Fest. Day of the Devs with IM8-Bit and Double Fine will immediately follow the live show today, and there are more events coming all weekend and all month, including the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase on Sunday. It's going to be a good one. Right now, though, we're thrilled to announce the upcoming Western release of a spectacular 3D, massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Welcome to the world of Lost Ark from Smilegate RPG and Amazon Games.
He said Western release has been released elsewhere.
yes, this is Lost Ark. Oh my goodness, we've been waiting for this forever, literally forever. They really started to like hit the wall, but okay, let's check this out.
A relic from the half-remembered chain war.
This game literally is going to. I mean, some people said that it's not as good as Pathfinder, or sorry, Path of Exile, but this is. I think honestly, this is a little bit better than Diablo will be. So.
With roaring destruction and waking nightmares.
Seeing music choice.
Yeah, this is like the boss sizes in this versus like the stuff that's going on. It is honestly really really advanced. I haven't been paying attention to its most recent development because I just assumed that it was never coming to the West, but apparently it is now. So that's amazing and about time. I wonder who's bringing it over, and I'm really curious to know, like, you know, have they fixed the issues that it had? Coming this fall. Interesting. To Steam. Nice. Okay.
Man, I don't even like these types of games, but that actually looked quite impressive.
It is one of the most
Sometimes
impressive
when you play a
games
game,
I
there's
think
that
we've got
one
so
thing in
far.
your inventory which turned out to be far more
As far
useful
as
than you first realized.
as far as
That's kinda like
isometric,
Prime
like,
Gaming.
you know,
If you're an
the
Amazon
isometric
Prime member, and
Diablo-ish
most of you
games.
probably are,
Yeah.
you get a ton
Not
of gaming
you know,
goodies
games
every
in
month.
general.
This month, you can download Battlefield 4 and Batman the Telltale series completely free for PC, and there are special in-game benefits and perks in GTA Online, Valorant, Apex Legends, and more that you can unlock. It's awesome value, and honestly, this kickoff show would not have been possible without the Prime Gaming folks believing in my vision for a new way to bring you the news this summer. So head over to gaming.amazon.com to check out all the perks and free games, which change every month, but you get to keep them forever. Okay, right now I'm honored to be joined by Johanna Ferris, the new GM of Call of Duty. Johanna, it's so great to have you with us here on Kickoff Live. Everyone is so excited about what Call of Duty's been doing with all these seasons, and I know looks like next week, June 17th, Season 4.
Yes, we're super excited. We're super honored to be here, so thank you first and foremost to that. It's just such an amazing time for Call of Duty. We're experiencing such transformational growth and dynamism across the entire brand, you know, from premium title releases to everything we'll talk about today, with Warzone, with mobile, with esports. So it's just super incredible, all the work, and shout out to everybody in the Call of Duty family who makes it happen every day.
Yeah, no, I know Season 3, it was like, Rambo, Die Hard now. Who knows what's in store for Season 4, but you guys, continually update the game now with new stuff. Season 4 is coming next week. What can you, this is first info on it, so what can you tell the fans watching around the world?
Yeah, we're stoked. It's jam-packed with new content across Cold War and Warzone. You've got new weapons, we've got new maps, we've got badass new operators. I'm super excited about the hijacked gulag. We've got expanded zombies content for everybody who loves that part of the gameplay experience. So we're thrilled, and I'm excited to bring it forward a little bit here today.
I know, we've got the first look world premiere trailer of Season 4, so let's take a look at that now.
Have you played Warzone?
No.
Yeah. I actually played a little bit of it recently with my girlfriend. It's actually not that bad.
You understand? I knew you were a smart one. Secure the site. Cold War just turned hot.
We've located the satellite. Raptor 1, my team's about to be overrun.
I am death.
Oh my God, that looks so fun, and 1 week away.
1 week away.
All right, well, let's move on to, you first joined Activision to run Call of Duty esports, and we're gonna talk a little bit now about what is the World Series of Warzone, which is gonna start on June the 22nd. First of all, tell us, what is World Series of Warzone?
Yeah, we're super excited about it. It's really a new way for us to highlight competitive Call of Duty. We've got great success going with Call of Duty League, and now we've got some of the biggest names in gaming battling it out in Verdansk for what will be the biggest prize pool in Warzone since it's launched, right? So we'll talk a little bit about what that entails, but custom lobby experiences, 150-player to-a-side squad. So I'm stoked to see how they kind of rally here in Verdansk.
Yes, and coming up very soon, June 22nd, looks like Twitch Rivals is going to be a part of this?
Yeah, we are honored to be in partnership with Twitch, always, right? But certainly here with World Series of Warzone and partnering with Twitch Rivals, who's already done so much to really put competitive Warzone on display. So couldn't be in better partnership there, and we're excited to have everybody tune in.
Yes, there is one thing, though, that everyone has been talking about online, and that's who the captains are going to be for the structure of the World Series of Warzone, at least for the first event.
Yeah.
I understand we've getting a little bit reveal here of who some of the captains are, right?
Yeah, we love the first 5 captains of the first of many events to come. Like I said, these are huge influencers and personalities in Call of Duty, and they also share our passion for competitive Call of Duty, right? They really believe in the promise of World Series of Warzone and to really level up what it means to really battle it out. So Couldn't be happier with some of these names, many of whom also hail from the Call of Duty League family. And I'm excited to see who kind of takes the cake here. We'll see.
I was going to say, they'll all be battling out in just a couple weeks on Twitch Rivals. Well, it's really exciting to see how much Call of Duty is growing into this kind of year-round experience for everyone with so much more content. So we can't wait to see where you're going to take it. And I know there is a big new mainline game coming later this year too, right?
Indeed, indeed. More details to share later on, but Sledgehammer Games is going to bring forward something truly incredible. So we're excited.
All right, we tried, guys. There will come a time and a place for that. All right, Johanna, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. All right, we've got lots of Summer Game Fest kickoff to go, but right now we've got a surprise guest joining us, my fellow Canadian, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Ryan.
Well, thank you, Geoff.
Canadian treasure.
And hello, Summer Game Fest.
Except for when he did that whole.
I know what you're thinking, and no, I'm not here to
we don't talk about
I'm
that.
the star of Elden Ring.
Oh, shut up.
Instead, no, I'm I'm here to talk about good old-fashioned movies. You remember those things? Of course you don't. Look, I have a new movie coming out August 13th called Free Guy, and in this movie I play an NPC character in a popular open-world video game until I break free.
Okay, fair
and
enough.
I realize that it kind of sucks to be a
I love the Elden
background
Ring
character
tease.
on an endless walk cycle. So now here's one of those.
Well, I said he's a
world
Canadian
premieres.
treasure.
It's a first ever look at our cast on the big screen this August, and honestly, it's been so long I can't even remember who's even in this movie. I didn't say that.
Sorry, but this
I'll
is.
cut that out.
I just got back, but
My name is Guy.
this was that was the best part of the show so far.
Yeah.
Reynolds.
Mondays, am I right, Joe?
You said it, guy.
But then I met her.
Put these on.
Oh my God.
Ooh, is that Rebecca Ferguson?
What are these, trick glasses or something?
Guy, there is no easy way to say this. This world, it's a video game. You're not real.
I've seen this trailer somewhere.
Yeah, it's been going around for a while now. I thought it was already out, but
Yeah, the pandemic. But
I had totally forgotten about it.
yeah.
We can save our world, but we have to fight together. I don't even know what's happening right now, but I love it.
I think I heard a rumor it was reworked because it wasn't great.
Blue shirt guy.
This guy is outskilling all these players. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, they added a lot of this stuff.
Who the hell even knows who this blue shirt guy is?
He's also really cute.
The game wasn't even made for someone like this. Terminate him. Nope. I can't die. I'm never gonna die.
Free Guy. Okay. Yeah, that I've seen some of that, but some of it looked
Ninja,
brand new.
Pokey, Jacksepticeye, Laserbeam, all those guys who will be in Free Guy. Ryan had to say it. I can't say it yet. All right. Up next, it won multiple awards at the Game Awards, and Among Us just keeps going. Now it's time to hear from Inner Sloth on what's coming next.
Chicken nuggets.
Just chicken nuggets. Aesthetic DLC.
Yeah. If they don't add a chicken nugget skin, then Sheriff, Science. Oh, they're adding. Okay. They're adding some stuff that players had added in mods. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen modded Among Us.
No.
But players added like
Tons of stuff,
dozens
yeah.
of roles.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Lots of fun ahead. And speaking of Among Us, last year you may remember the very rare Geoff Keighley mask was available as a Twitch drop around the Game Awards, never to be seen again. In fact, I often hear on Twitter from people who get booted from games with the mask because folks think that they're hacked. Well, never fear, today the mask is back. Just head to Twitch, connect your account, and watch
let me go
15
get that
minutes
right
or
away,
more of
Jeff.
Running out
Live
for it,
to
the
get
Geoff
your
Keighley.
very
Yeah,
best
I wanna look like
Once
Geoff
again, and
Keighley
it goes back
so
into the
bad.
cards.
Oh my.
All right. Speaking of independent developers, now I'm very happy to welcome to Summer Game Fest the head of indies at PlayStation, a legend in his own right, who has some exciting things to share, Shuhei Yoshida. Hi, Shu.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, everyone. I'm Shuhei Yoshida, head of PlayStation Indies. What I love about working with independent developers are the new and unexpected games that they create, which allows us to offer an array of unique experiences for players. In my role at Sony, it's very exciting to get to meet with these talented studios, which sometimes can be one person or a small group of friends, to help nurture their ideas and bring them to the PlayStation fans. One example is from Finji, who has been working with Greg Lobanov, the developer of Wonderlands, to publish their new game, Chicory, A Colorful Tale. Chicory released today and gives players the chance to experience a coloring book-style world where players use their painting powers to explore, solve puzzles, make friends, and draw on anything.
Looks like a cute
Check
game.
out Chicory.
It looks kind of interesting, yeah.
On PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 after the show. As a huge Soulspawn games fan, I totally enjoyed the beautiful 2D action adventure Salt and Sanctuary a few years ago. The developer Ska Studios has been hard at work on a new title.
Moon's in the chat.
Which I'm proud to present to you.
I'm in tech.
Salt and Sacrifice.
Yep. Oh wow,
Our sins will catch up with us.
It's like Dark Souls, but it's like
2D.
2D side scroller.
I was given a second chance. I spoke the words.
So Dark Souls-ish.
I drank the Mage Bane. I live now only to hunt mages.
What do you have against mages?
I was going to say, it's not exactly racist, but it seems close.
I believe it's called classist.
There you go.
Classist, yeah.
Well, we all know that dexterity builds are the best.
Together.
Oh, they have a cat, a deer cat you can pet. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're gonna lose a lot of people.
Yeah, they're magist, yes.
I'm intrigued. People in the Twitch chat are saying praise the sun.
Thanks, Shu, and that's not all. Today, we're also able to share with you a brand new trailer from the upcoming Annapurna and Heart Machine game, Solar Ash, which is coming to PlayStation later this year.
Annapurna. They always have very interesting looking games. Like, it looks like you have to have been on drugs to develop a game. That's like a prereq for publishing with Annapurna.
It's the game that we saw at the Game Awards.
Yeah, I think we've seen this before, yeah.
It's the one that I said looked like Hyper Light Shifter meets Shadow of the Colossus.
Look, he's doing acupuncture to that giant creature. Oh, that's so nice. So kind.
He's doing anti-acupuncture. She took all the needles out, and now he's in excruciating pain.
Solar Ash, okay.
That's,
yeah, I'm looking forward to that game.
Can't wait to see it later this year.
I might
now,
check
this
that one
week,
out, yeah.
there is a ton of video game news, but there's also a big game launching across console and PC, Chivalry 2, which brings 64-player multiplayer medieval battles to life. Sledgehammers, swords, axes, you name it, and it comes from Torn Banner Studios in my hometown of Toronto, Canada. Here's a look at the launch trailer for Chivalry 2, which you can play right now.
He's Canadian? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well,
there comes a time.
we got Ryan Reynolds too, though, so that more than makes up for it.
And Rush.
Then again, we also have Celine Dion.
Is this game still going on?
It actually just came out a few days ago. I played a bit of it.
Wait.
It's actually quite wonderfully
Wait.
bootleg.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was For Honored for a second.
Oh.
It's like, why are we? But oh, okay. This is different.
Were you distracted by something?
No, I just literally looked at it and like completely phased out, going, "Oh look, For Honored's back again." Is the dude fighting with a missing arm?
That's how it was, man.
Wow. Okay. I am. You can pick up a head and throw it.
Yes.
You can launch yourself on a catapult. Okay. This is looking a little bit more interesting.
It is fun. I recommend you pick it up.
Oh, for crying out loud! That is.
Is there
looks
a
like a nauseous, seasick, everything.
Yeah, it's first person, but
next Monday, June 14th, Prime Gaming members will get an exclusive player card to celebrate.
Is
the
it?
one-year
Does it
anniversary
have any kind of
and
campaign
a
mode, or
pity
is it all
party
just
spray through June
online
29th.
battle
This is
royale?
all leading up to the release of Episode 3 of the game later this month, which will be celebrated with an epic WW Fest Unlocked Year 1 stream on June 25th. But there will also be a new agent. Who could it be? Well, here's your first very, very exclusive but very, very quick tease to whet your appetite, with more to be revealed later this month during Summer Game Fest.
I totally phased out. What are we talking about? Oh, Valorant.
This would be Valorant. That's that
Told you it was
tease.
very, very quick.
That's
Right.
what when we were talking about that one thing that we thought was Valorant. That is most certainly Valorant.
Popular
now.
multiplayer first-person shooter video game developed by Battlestate Games. Today, we've got an exclusive new look at the streets of Tarkov, the new area of the game under development.
Stepped away for a second.
It's Streets of Tarkov. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's like that really difficult game that I heard about.
Yeah, it's like super realistic, super hard. It's an interesting concept. I don't necessarily mind the concept, but yeah.
Right, I forgot about you and first-person games.
Like, even watching this is making me seasick. It's like I know. It's like a Twitch-based, fast-paced thing.
Surprise, motherfucker!
All rise, motherfucker.
I love the one thing I do like about this game is that when you get together and you're playing with other people, you will often be like, hey, is that our teammate? No, enemy, fire, oh my god, I'm taking fire, oh, what's going on? Oh, we just killed each other. Oh, okay, great, awesome. Well, let's key up for the next game.
It's just all so tense.
Right.
That's why you gotta have you gotta wear the same colors.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, the simulation games of Peter Molyneux were some of my favorites. Adding that
shut up,
extra
Geoff.
salt on the fries in the theme park to increase your drink sales was so devilish. Well, many of the team members behind those sim games went on to create 2 Point Studios and 2 Point Hospital. Well, today we're excited to share the first trailer for their next 2 Point simulation, 2 Point Campus.
That first sight of the school gates, the scent of a leather-bound book, the faint clatter of knights jousting. Well, I can't say I remember that part, though it wasn't like this in my day. You see, campuses are forever changing. Nowadays, education has to be fun. It can't be all work and no play, and quite right too. Frankly, the results speak for themselves. Academia has never been more appealing, more dynamic, more whatever this is. Today's campus is a place to live and a place to learn. Finely crafted by the sharpest minds that money can buy. Though sometimes you still can't get the staff.
I want to know if I can make my own like community, the community college from the community TV show.
As though anything is possible.
All I know is if this is a modern campus, that football player wedging that student like that, he'd go to jail for 20 years and never work again ever anywhere.
Do I get to command my own legion of hipsters who get offended at everything?
2 Point Campus. Class is in session 2022.
Again, another one that's not out until next year.
This year, I am thrilled to have Netflix as a part of Summer Game Fest. They have been doing an incredible job adapting games with series like Castlevania and the Dota anime. Well, there is a lot more coming, and you don't have to wait long to find out more. Tomorrow, I'm honored to be guest hosting Netflix's Geeked Week live stream with Mari Takahashi and Rahul Kohli.
Oh,
You can
okay.
expect
Well,
the first clip
we might
of the
stream that one
Cuphead
then. We'll
show,
see.
which, spoiler alert, this show is going to be an absolute sensation. I can't wait for you to see it. I'll also sit down with the team behind Arcane, the League of Legends animated show coming later this year, and we might also have updates on The Witcher and the live-action Resident Evil series. Geeked Week is streaming live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Here's a little sneak peek.
What is Geeked Week?
We aren't done with Netflix just yet, though. Coming up next is Smite, a cross-play, cross-platform game that continues to do some pretty amazing IP crossovers. You may remember last summer we announced the Avatar: The Last Bender one. Well, as Smite enters its 9th year, it's time to go
Really,
upside
Geoff?
down.
I can say anything about Stranger Things.
Oh,
it has.
Smite? Really?
Yeah. Are you not listening? Do you just phase out when Geoff talks? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, basically.
I don't
Like,
blame
I'm-
you.
You don't?
It's a little hard to stay focused, but
Yeah.
anyway. Stranger Things is the best
I
music
got
ever.
there was Stranger Things, but I missed the Smite integration.
Yeah.
Next up, we announce a lot of games on my shows, but I think this is the first time we are announcing an entirely new game label, new game publisher. Enjoy this first look at more than 12 games that make up its initial slate.
New publisher with 12 new games? Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Let's begin.
But this is that thing that I was thinking might have been the Weezer thingy, but
oh yeah,
doesn't appear to be. Oh, hey, we know the developer on one of these games.
What's that, Payday 2?
No, it's the other one.
Is that who you are?
My purpose makes me who I am.
I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile.
Being relied on to succeed where others would fail.
Oracle, Outward, Love, and Deliverance. Oh, okay. Interesting. Region, Armed Hearts.
So these aren't. At least not all of these are new games.
Yeah, not all of them are new, but
it's
interesting that they've created a new publisher for them. Prime Matter. Okay.
Interesting.
This will be something to keep our eyes on because, like, in case a bunch of those other games are really good
and there is actually
new
one
directions.
more game added to the mix, and for that we go to Todd Hollinshead from Saber. Todd, how you doing?
I'm great, Geoff. Thank you for the intro there. I'm really excited to have this little last edition, which is that Saber and Prime Matter are working together on a new game in the Painkiller franchise.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we heard rumors about that.
All right, very cool on that, and there are more details on Prime Matter.
Probably won't
coming
see it for
tomorrow
like 2-3
with a stream
years.
at noon Pacific, 3 p.m.
Wait, what just
Eastern. I will
happened?
be stopping by. Next up is a brand new IP from a brand new studio, Stray Bombay. It's coming this fall only to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass on day one.
Something
it's
glitched
called
there.
The Anacrucis, a 4-player
No,
cooperative
that was
first-person
just the end of the
shooter set
interview.
aboard a
But then he
massive
talked about
starship stranded at
Prime
the edge
Matter
of
again,
explored space.
and then
You team up with your friends in
whatever.
an infinitely replayable fight against alien hordes to unlock perks, weapons, and new ways
It
to
wasn't
play
a long
that you can
conversation. It
share
was
with
like,
your
hey,
team.
we're working on a
Here
new
is
Painkiller
the
thing.
world
Cool.
premiere trailer.
On to the next thing.
Yeah, except then he went back to the previous thing, and then he went on to the next thing. Yeah, I don't know. Just seemed really strange.
Hello? Nessa! Liu! Lance! Get on! Thanks. No problem. Stick together and let's do this.
Interesting. It's like a new Left 4 Dead,
This I do not like.
except with aliens and sci-fi weapons.
Hit your pulse.
Yeah, I dig it.
This is not good. This is not good.
What if?
It's been a while
open the
since we.
doors and
Yeah,
run?
I've been
Just
kind of looking forward to
Stopping,
something like
no
this.
shooting, just straight to the bridge.
I love the traps set up. Yeah, that's good.
Looks cartoony, but in a good way.
Really?
Yep.
We call them tanks.
I call them brutes. From Latin, Brutus.
We'd sound smart calling them brutes.
Eon, you don't want to get in here and help name these?
Nah, I'm good.
Brute!
Kind of cringe dialogue, but okay.
So after
Yeah,
I get my
it's a little
full
cringy, but-
Thanks for
of
that
Back
check
for Blood, I'll
Stray
check that
Bombay.
out.
Tomorrow, tune into Summer Game Fest for a special deep dive presentation on New World, a new open world MMO from Amazon Games set on the supernatural island of Eternum. It's finally coming out later this summer, and in the deep dive video, game director Scott Lane will take players into the mysterious supernatural island that is a world of wonder and horror. Once you arrive, it's up to you to unite warring human factions to take on a common enemy, the Tempest, who wants to unmake life. Scott and the team will detail updates to the game, including new mid and end game content, more PvE and expeditions, 5-player challenges with unique mechanics, bosses, loot, and more. 6 of these expeditions will be at launch, with the closed beta on July 20th and the public launch on August 31st. I will also be down at the studio to chat with Scott about the game and the team's efforts over the past year in the midst of COVID. It is exciting for me to finally be able to get out there and visit game studios again. I miss all these developers. So check out the special deep dive stream on New World tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern at summergamefest.com. All right, well, back in 2018, Rocket League teamed up with Fast and Furious, bringing some of the saga's most iconic cars into the game. And now they are back with a twist that is truly Rocket League with Fast 9, the next installment of the Fast saga, arriving in U.S. theaters June 25th. Psyonix is bringing back the Nissan Skyline, Dodge Charger, and, well, maybe the most literal, supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered heist car ever conceived, the F9 Pontiac Fiero.
This is more realistic than anything that happens in the movies.
I was just thinking of that.
I should really watch the movies.
Soccer seems like the right idea to me. The Fast and Furious 3-car bundle
I've seen like
arrives
part
June
of the
17th
first
in
one
Rocket League.
like 15 years ago.
Okay, next up, last year, a new Swedish company named Shark Mob released a teaser for their first unnamed multiplayer project in the Vampire the Masquerade universe. Tonight, we're putting a name on their first game with a brand new world premiere trailer.
Okay. You have my interest. Alpha footage, okay.
Again, more games that we're not going to be seeing for quite a while.
Yep. Bloodhunt. So is
interesting?
this
Interesting. It's a runoff.
Yeah.
It is Paradox. It is.
I can't wait to play this game, and we actually won't have to wait long. You can sign up now for the bloodhunt.com is where you go for the closed alpha PC test, available on July 2nd. Bloodhunt will be released later this year. Next, the latest horror game series from
It's
the
not
creators of Until
this
Dawn
isn't Bloodlines
continues
2,
with the
everybody,
House
if
of Ashes,
you're wondering
part
that.
of the Dark Pictures anthology. This third game
it's a
features American
multiplayer
and
spin-off
Iraqi
game.
soldiers stranded in a cursed temple. Here's the story trailer with the exclusive reveal of the monsters lurking in the depths.
No, I don't think that's not replacing Bloodlines 2. It's
No, it's like a side project.
It's a spin-off game. Yeah.
Has awoken from its slumber and is hungry for blood.
I'm very excited about that. That has some solid potential.
Satellite sweeps of the war zone have uncovered what appears to be an underground storage facility. But I strongly suspect it's where chemical weapons are hidden, so we need to move fast.
Ready to go dark.
To descend into the unknown alone is extremely brave.
Man out, hold fire.
Or extremely foolish.
We're gonna sigh out this shit.
It was set in 2003.
Or will it
Come
be
on.
a case of
Graphics weren't this
each
good in
man
2003.
for himself?
Down, get down! They're up on the ridge! Return fire!
You teeter on the edge of an abyss. Your survival depends on the choices you make. They will be as a compass, guiding you through the unknown.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
What nightmare have these luckless souls fallen into?
You keep lookout.
Lookout? Lookout for what?
One by one, their lights will be snuffed out. Unless you can find the means to save them. Trapped beneath the earth, swallowed
We have to move, let's go.
by the void. Will you find the path to salvation? Or be lost in the darkness forever?
Interesting. I just wish I knew what kind of gameplay it had.
They're the same guys that
Like
did
a-
Until Dawn, right?
Is it like a strategy?
So if
thing?
it's like Until Dawn, then it's a basically a really
One
fancy
of the
visual novel.
longest, most beloved
Yes.
JRPG
Oh,
franchises
yeah,
in the
okay.
industry is the Tales of
Gotcha.
series. Well, the latest game, Arise, was announced 2 years ago, and it brings the franchise into stunning 3D with Unreal Engine 4. Here's a world premiere look at the latest trailer, with more information following in the coming weeks.
Breaking news, it looks like From Software just updated their Elden Ring playlist with a hidden video.
Between the Renans and the
Oh,
Tenants.
okay. All right. Check that out. We'll check that out as soon as
Should you
this
need my
is
skills on
over,
the
unless it's
battlefield,
unless
all
it
I
becomes
care
part of
for
this stream.
is maintaining peace.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm Captain Kisara of the Eldermenencia Guard. Ha! Flares of Malisa! From now on, when I fight to protect my dream.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger.
You gotta love that anime dialogue.
Seems the rumors you were
I
running.
fight
Never mind.
to protect my dream.
Apparently they deleted the video.
Maybe they
It just
realized
means
people
that
found it.
It means that there's something coming for it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Right.
Been looking for you.
Olaf, get the hell out of my realm. This is Tannin's realm and it's ours, understand?
Is it over?
It's only just begun.
Interesting.
Okay.
Looks solid.
Le Petit Prince.
I love these tiny little games. I don't play them, but they sure look cute to look at.
For Summer Game Fest, we have a special announcement for you. That the console version of Sky Children of the Light would arrive to Nintendo Switch on June 29th.
Oh, it's so
and the Little
adorable.
Prince season would start soon after on July 6th. Enjoy the game.
Le Petit Prince is actually a very famous French kids novel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of the things I take great pleasure in is using a platform like this show to introduce you to new developers and studios with games that deserve the spotlight. That's definitely the case with this next title from a small Swedish studio named Wishfully. Planet of Lana tells the story of a young girl and her loyal friend who embark on a mission through a colorful world that's designed to feel like a gouache watercolor painting come to life. Here's your first look at the Planet of Lana, coming to Xbox and PC in 2022.
It's so adorable. Moon is very, very happy to see this. Yes, she thinks this is great.
Right up Moon's alley. Yep.
Right up her alley. Yep. Oh, was not expecting that. That looks interesting.
Peaceful planet getting invaded. Very cool premise. And again, not until next year. Yeah, these games. There's so many of these games that look so good, and then it's like, oh, it doesn't come out for another year or more, and then you forget about them.
What a beautiful artistic game. Honored to have that on our show. Well, joining me now is Aaron Keller, who's the game director of Overwatch 2. Aaron, great to have you here.
Overwatch 2.
The new director of Overwatch 2, because the last one just quit.
Yeah, exactly.
Overwatch 2. You guys recently you had a PvP live
All
stream
right.
that I watched, and you revealed some
Overwatch 2. This is
changes
exciting.
coming to Overwatch 2.
You guys just
What's the
talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a nap.
We recently announced that Overwatch 2's format is changing to a 5v5 team format. This requires a fresh look at all of our heroes in the game. It should feel new yet familiar to fans of our strategic team-based combat.
Yeah, it was great to see you guys playing, and you know, I long awaited for people to get a chance to go hands-on with it. And today, I know you brought us a look at some skins for some of the characters, right?
Yeah, the team is so passionate about updating the look and the feel of the world of Overwatch. And one aspect of that is creating entirely new models for Overwatch 2 for all of our heroes. Wow. So today we're going to be looking at two of those, Baptiste and Sombra.
All right, well, let's take a look here, and I know you're going to tell us a little bit about what we're seeing, but it's so cool to see these characters brought into Overwatch 2. So yeah, what do we got here?
Yeah, so this is Baptiste, and there's a lot of new technology that go into our models. We have new shader tech.
Share hater. Was that
to get the look that
Freudian
we're going
slip there?
with his haircut? He also has
possibly
Freudian
gloves
spoonerism.
that kind of give that medic or surgeon vibe to him.
I mean, it does look really good. I'll give it that.
Thank you.
And now we're going to Sombra, I think, right?
Yep, so next up is Sombra. This was a very challenging look for us to update. It's an asymmetrical design. There's so many layers of hair and clothing and technology in this. If you look closely, you can
were the
actually
team
see
sizes
circuitry
in Overwatch
and nodes embedded in her clothing.
So I thought they were
She's
5v5.
a world-class hacker, so it all makes sense.
No, again, it's, you know.
I never
so great
played
for fans to
Overwatch,
see these
unfortunately.
characters,
So
neither have I, so I don't know.
The first game updated for Overwatch 2, and we can't wait to see more on the game. We appreciate you giving us a little sneak preview here, and I'm sure there'll be more.
Didn't they first announce this like 2 years ago?
You bet, thank you.
Oh,
awesome. All right,
something
thanks
like
very
that.
much, Aaron. Now, recently I had a chance to play
Feels like they
Dungeons
announced it
and Dragons
before
Dark
Overwatch
Alliance
1.
with the game developer Jeff Haddam,
Yeah.
Hannibal Buress, and Ember Moon from the WWE. That's right, you didn't expect me to say that. But this game is a ton of fun, and it's coming to Game Pass on June 22nd. Take a look. Hey guys, it's Geoff Keighley, and today, as part of Summer Game Fest, we are going hands-on with a game that is coming out in just a couple of weeks. It is Dark Alliance, and we've got Jeff, one of the game developers from 2K, Jeff, special guests, Hannibal Buress, and Ember Moon.
Okay.
What is
that
this?
looks like a trap.
Oh,
that looks like a trap.
Oh my god. Traps.
Ow. Oh, shit.
Oh no, you get.
I died. A warrior's death. I died again.
I'm coming to get you.
Hey.
Oh!
Watch it.
Oh.
I don't think they're very good at this game.
I'm down, people.
The developer's down?
The dev is
What?
down.
So, Ember, I know you really wanted to be Driss, right?
Absolutely. I've read all the books, especially the Driss backstory, and I just connected with it on such an intimate level to the point where my wrestling character that everyone sees on TV is actually based on this character. The red eyes, even though Driss has purple, I just love everything about him, that he's just constantly the good guy the entire time.
Oh, what the? He's a
He's the
butcher.
Verbeek chef.
That doesn't look healthy at all. Oh, why'd I just
All
run
right,
up
big
on him like that?
thickums.
Well,
Let me see
I'm
what
here
you
now.
got. You
So
ain't got
what?
nothing on
Dusty Gamer, you're saying what we're all feeling right now,
Yeah.
We got him. We got him. He's gone. He's gone.
Come on.
We don't want any dessert.
There you go.
Let's go.
Damn, what a death. Gonna have some weird dreams tonight because of that.
Oh, for crap.
Act complete.
That was great.
Did it.
I don't
No
know.
pre-orders,
I really
no
don't
pre-orders.
I don't like action-based D&D games. It always feels off and weird.
I had no idea Paladins was still going.
No, it's been going strong for a while. It's interesting that they made a partnership with Genlock, though.
Kickoff Live, presented by Prime Gaming, continues. Yesterday was an amazing tease of the next Battlefield from EA. And if you want to dust up on the history of the franchise, its last big modern-day game, that was Battlefield 4. It's this month. Prime Gaming members get to download it and play it for free through June 20th. Now, there's no catch. This is the full-blown PC version of the 2013 game, and those only in Battlefield moments still hold up. Just head to gaming.amazon.com to redeem your free copy right now if you are an Amazon Prime member. And this Sunday, watch the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase for the first gameplay footage of Battlefield 2042. Going to be really cool. All right, right now, let's take a look at another world premiere. Monster Hunter Stories is coming to the Switch in July, and we've got your first look at the story trailer.
Wings of ruin.
You don't understand. That Rathalos is...
One of the things that I look forward to in tech is when they can actually, like, have all lip syncing be, like, you know, created per voice, per scene, per localization. Really excited for the day that that becomes a normal thing.
Yeah, or just
because the
it's
lip
dynamic,
syncing
so
in this, yeah, the lip syncing in this game has always been like rough and slightly off, and it's one of the reasons why, like, you know, it's that little thing that I know doesn't bother a lot of people, but really bothers me.
Let you awaken it.
It bothers me too. Yeah. Even watching like The Simpsons or something, and you know, there's sometimes parts where they'll swap out a line after the animation's been done.
Yeah.
When you notice it, it's like, my brain. So How to Train Your Dragon as a game, yeah, not. I think a How to Train Your Dragon. There have been How to Train Your Dragon games. My kids had one.
Next, this legendary rock band hits the road this summer on the Hella Mega Tour with Green Day and Fall Out Boy. But first, they came together with an indie developer to create
Weezer?
stream-safe music for the community. Yes, you can co-stream this performance. So turn
well,
it up.
thank you for
Premiering their brand new
thank you for telling us this time.
Tell me what you want.
I don't think the other one. I don't think you could on the other one.
Well, yeah,
they
but
they didn't let you know.
But then you can co-stream this performance. It tells us that an hour and 15 into the show.
No. Again, the previous song, I don't think you could.
I know. That's what I mean. They put the stream safe song like way into the show.
I don't actually like this.
I think the other one was better. The Dusty Gamer wants us to mute it. Did he? Sorry. Was that just a jab at Pitchford?
Possibly.
I wasn't really listening. This is.
I mean, I'm just curious. I'm curious. If we could have the audience, you guys feed into here. Are you guys actually more likely to buy or play a game because a famous band plays a song about it? I'm really curious. Does that work on anybody in general? Because it has never worked on me. Ever.
Yeah, the coughing was a part of the song, everybody. He was like...
Yeah.
It was like a joke of some sort of like cough pitchfork, and so I thought maybe it was a joke. He's like, I'm not going to name any names. Cough pitchfork or Pitchford.
So I mean, right now, just largely from everybody in the chat, it's like one person says that a previous game had some good stuff, and I would agree with that. That I think Cyberpunk did have at least that going for them.
Yeah, but we would have played that regardless of. I mean, I didn't recognize most of the artists.
But like, just in general, it's like I think there's only ever been one song in a video game that really got me amped to like play and get into it, and that was which I'm gonna have to find now because I don't know where it is.
Atomic Stew says nope unless it's ABBA. If they made a game full of ABBA songs, I think I'd have to check that out. Oh, it was Guitar Hero? But what do you call this genre, this indie sort of alternative, where it seems the objective is to sound as unenthusiastic as possible?
I don't know, dumb?
This reminds me, okay, for you Homestar fans out there, this is like
it's
IRL sloshy. If you're like a Homestar fan, does this not sloshy, but like a real band? Sorry, go ahead.
The one that I was thinking of, the one song it's called Showdown. That's the only song I've ever heard in a video game that when I hear it, I want to go back and play that video game. It's just
that was so amazing. Thank you, Rivers and guys, for that. Both the song and the game released tomorrow on PC, Nintendo Switch, music streaming platforms, Twitch soundtrack, and a limited edition 7-inch vinyl on IM 8-bit. All right, well, right now, let's turn to a game that we announced last year at the Game Awards, Endless Dungeon from Amplitude. We showed a brief glimpse of gameplay in December, and fans wanted more. Well, here's an extended look at Endless Dungeon.
I suppose if there was a...
I was somewhat interested in this title. I hope they've done a little... I hope they've been improving it.
We're stuck in this wreck until everybody learns the rules.
They're cutting between the trailers and the Geoff Keighley stuff in a very abrupt way.
Certain weapons
That's...
work better on certain monsters.
I don't know. Kind of irritating me. But anyway.
Or die. Oh.
I kind of agree with the chat. If a musician I liked... If there was a musician I liked, and I found out that they were doing music for a particular game, it might make me look at the game, you know. Might bring more attention to it. Wouldn't make me buy it necessarily.
And if it goes, you go. Yep. Just like that. Rule number 3. Watch your squad. Even if you've got the guns, the turrets, and the crystal, you can't do everything by yourself. If you fight alone, you die alone. Together again. And rule number 4? Well, if you've got all that going, but you still can't win, you gotta change the squad. Tag team. I'm in.
Hackers got EA. There's a news report.
What are you guys doing tonight? If you're lucky enough to have a PS5, you're probably getting ready to play Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I've been playing it and having a ton of fun. Well, later today, the team at Insomniac is going to be doing a special launch stream on Twitch. And to tell us more, take it away, Marcus and Mike.
Hey Jeff and everybody watching Summer Games Fest Kickoff Live. Marcus Smith here, creative director at
If it was
Insomniac
one game I'd
Games
buy a
for
PS5
Ratchet &
for, it
Clank
would be
Rift
this.
Apart. We're excited that
Yeah, it
players
looks
finally
fantastic.
get
Still
a chance
not
to
worth
play
it.
the game tomorrow.
It is one of the most anticipated. I think it's one of the.
At 2 p.m. Pacific, 5
This is
p.m. Eastern.
really one of the best
live
next
stream
gen
the
games
first
out there.
hour of Rift Apart.
Because
And
it's,
I think that
well, it's
I think
actual
this shows,
next gen, right?
The game
yeah, well, and this shows what actually
addition to
pushing
playing through the
new
opening of the
gameplay
game, we'll also
mechanics,
be
new
taking your
concepts,
questions live
new
and talking about
new
what it's like
things
to develop
does,
the game
and it
behind
does
the
it really
scenes.
well. It does it really well.
So please join us at twitch.tv/Insomniac Games at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Is that sorry? Did you say that's today?
Yeah.
See you there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that is today. Okay.
All right,
cool.
we're now about to be
You'll have
joined
to
by the
probably
one and
watch that
only
one without me
Giancarlo
because
Esposito
I've got
to
a
talk
thing today.
Far Cry 6. Giancarlo, thank you for joining us. Why did you want to take on this role?
They came to me with this phenomenal idea and had proposed that I play Anton Castillo, the leader of Yara, with this big vision and dream for his country. And it really appealed to me because he was a guy who first came from a love of his family and a love of his community and country. And it was so in line with what's going on in the world politically today and what has happened in the past. I thought, what a great opportunity. The other part of it is it's just a different technology that's so brand new. And it excites me as a filmmaker that I wanted to be a part of it.
All right, well, you've played some absolutely amazing villains in your career. What was it like being a video game villain?
Yeah, so EA just got hacked. They lost, not lost, but the data, the source code for FIFA 21, and I can never say this right. The proprietary technology behind Frostbite game engine has all been stolen. Presumably, the hackers want to find some way of getting free FIFA characters, and presumably they want to burn the Frostbite engine. So yeah, interesting.
That's interesting and stuff. But Giancarlo's talking over here. Come on.
Doing what we need to do, and thinking about the cumulative effect of our doing what's right, and the example of that is also to stand up and say, no, I do agree that they're good and bad about all people, but this guy, out of his love and passion for his people, even if they're faceless to him at certain points in time, allow him to be an absolute hero.
Speaking of your character, who did you base him on or study to create this character?
It's so interesting because, of course, the obvious choice to study is Fidel Castro, and it is Cuba, an island that had so many resources, but really the dream of the ability of the dictator to cultivate those resources, something got in the way there. And hopefully that can change in the years to come. It's funny you asked me that question because I was just talking to one of my daughters about Ceausescu and also Hitler. Because we were talking about zodiac signs and what signs were certain people. What is that mindset that has you wanting to have power over others? And for each dictator, it's different. She'd never heard of Ceausescu and studied political science and all this in college. Where'd my money go? So anyway,
All right, well, one last question for you. Who would win in a square-off between Gus Fring, Moff Gideon, and Anton?
You know, and I have my favorites in those two. So you asked me this question. And you know,
Gideon's got the dark saber. Come on. It's not even
I say Moff Gideon.
It's not even a not even a contest.
Somehow I think Gus is colder and displays that coldness in a very particular way. I think
he also
Anton
lost.
Could be the most violent man on earth.
I'm talking about Gus Fring.
But given his situation, he may not rise to that occasion or may not have the time. Moff Gideon is otherworldly. This guy thinks in a different way, and he knows what you're thinking before you say it. And he does all his own dirty work, and he has an incredible tool to help him out. So I'm going to say Moff Gideon.
Fair enough. All right,
incredible
Giancarlo,
tool.
thank you so much for
Long
hanging out.
black tool.
We will check out the revolution in Far Cry 6.
And I can't wait for it to begin. Let the games begin!
What was
Awesome.
that?
Man,
Thank you so
Giancarlo.
much, Giancarlo.
Come on, dude.
If you haven't picked up on it yet,
I didn't think he was
Prime
capable
Gaming
of that
unlocks
level of
a ton
cringe,
of
but-
in-game benefits for Amazon Prime members.
Anyway.
Like an exclusive Valkyrie skin in Apex Legends, $200,000 in GTA cash every week you play GTA Online, and in Fall Guys you get a special Burning Circuits costume for your bean through June 21st. Now, speaking of Fall Guys, the time has come to reveal a brand new costume coming to the game based on a legendary game franchise. Check it out.
This has been like 80% game crossovers. Dishonored, really? Or am I crazy?
Dishonored?
No.
I see 2B from. Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
Well, we're talking about a costume. We're talking about a costume on a bean that's and I just glanced at it.
I didn't think it was possible to make 2 be more thick than she already was.
Oh, hey, look, it's Genshin Impact. One of the best games ruined by microtransactions.
Well, this is clearly going to be the announcement where they take out all the monetization and
When the vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away.
Organizing
It'll all
the
be
clash
good.
is my way of uncovering hidden talents, and hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again.
Your opponent is new to the clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament.
The vision is missing.
The sounds of nature turn into a clamor of noise during stormy weather. The winds are coming.
How many
Clouds high.
characters?
The birds come.
Ridiculous.
So
Best
today we've
game
announced games,
ruined by
publisher,
microtransactions.
Prime Matter, so
Absolutely.
why not announce a developer too? And joining me now are Dave Anthony and Jason Blundell from the newly formed Deviation Games. We know you guys well from all your amazing work over the years at Treyarch and Call of Duty Black Ops, but what can we expect from your new studio, guys?
Well, thanks, Geoff. And look, Jason and I, we've been mates for donkey's years. And we're like an all-married couple, Geoff. And we've been working together for decades. And we've worked on some huge franchises. You know the games. You know, they've done well. And but we thought, you know, when you're working on those franchises, the long-established IPs, you're working within very, very tight constraints creatively about what you can do. So we thought, after all these years, you know, what if we deviated?
Yes.
So that's Deviation Games.
Okay.
So, Geoff, just trust me, all bets are off. From
right.
day one, we got complete financial security
Yeah.
to work with creative freedom and time, not just to make a brand new IP, which is what we're doing, but a groundbreaking new IP with innovation at its very core. And the team at Deviation Games, the culture we have is really, really simple. There's no place for ego. It's the best idea that
and we
always
can't
wins,
wait
and
to
that's
tell you
Deviation
about
Games.
it and show you
All right,
about
well,
it.
Big ideas
like
from
3
you guys
years.
as we would expect. Now, I know it's very early and there is nothing to show on the game today, but
Called
can
it.
you tell us a bit about
Damn it.
what kind of game you're making? What can we expect?
Yeah, I mean, you're very right there, Geoff. Very early, but a lot of exciting stuff going on. So essentially, we spent the last year building the team, right? And so what we knew was we wanted to collect passionate, creative, collaborative people and bring them together kind of under one roof. And that's what Deviation Games is. So yeah, we don't have anything to show right now, but that collaboration, that imagination is going on. And we're going to have something that's going to, I think, leave an indelible mark in the industry when we come out.
All right. Well, with you guys involved, as I said, we're excited about it. There is one more piece of the puzzle, though, that you want to reveal today. And for that, let's take a look at this. Okay, big news. The stage has changed. Blue of PlayStation. So you're partnering with PlayStation. What can you tell us about that partnership?
That's right, Geoff. And the partnership with PlayStation, it's all about quality. From soup to nuts, this project is all about quality. And our team of deviators that we have back in the studio, we're doing this for you. We are so proud of you. And the partnership with Sony, it's
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very
Put out your
simple.
game
I
to
mean,
only
God,
one
just look
third
at
of
the
the
track
audience.
record
This
of
is
possibly
nothing
play it.
here.
High quality
Yeah,
games that
then
they
there's
do.
nothing here.
Fantastic.
It's like
This
it's just
whole
there
show-
announced.
Yeah, this whole
They've
show
always
has
been
been
part
nothing
of
but
this
smoke and
process, and we
mirrors.
see how they do things. It's really
That's not the
clear
right
how
metaphor.
they're managing
Mostly,
to accomplish
it's
that. So
mostly
we
stuff
couldn't
that's
be
coming
more
out
proud
next year,
to
not
expand
this year.
Yeah, the games
PlayStation's
we're
There's a
seeing-
handful of things that
which
are
we're
coming
gonna
out
do in
this
a
year.
very, very significant way.
I mean, let's just face it, right?
The
Sony rocks. They
Masquerade
get our kind of
game,
brand of crazy, so we're very happy with this
side
partnership.
one,
All right,
that seems to
so
be the most
Deviation
interesting one so
Games,
far.
PlayStation,
Yeah, but
brand
it's been
new
all
IP, a
spin-offs,
mega
crossovers,
IP, it sounds like,
bringing on
coming in the
big devs
future,
who don't
and,
tell us
hopefully we'll
anything,
see you guys again
bringing
in
on
the
small
future to
devs
see
with
more
new
on what you're working
studios
on.
who have
Thanks a lot, Geoff.
Awesome. All right, Dave, Jason, thank you very much,
They're
guys.
ex-
All right.
you know,
well,
we're
this
so
year is the
excited about what
30th
we're working on,
anniversary
but
of
we
Sonic
can't
the
show you or
Hedgehog,
tell
and
you
later this
anything.
month, We are honored to be premiering the full Sonic Symphony performance.
And
Right
and
now,
again,
here's
I'm
the Philharmonic
exceptionally
Orchestra in
annoyed with this
Prague
because this is
performing the music of
PlayStation
Sonic
basically
Unleashed.
saying, "Oh guys, we're getting even more." They're doubling down on what they've been doing recently, and I don't think that's a very good idea.
Yeah, exactly. And he didn't say we can co-stream this performance, so
Yeah. So
which is too bad because of the musical performances, this is the one I'd want to listen to. I went to a concert of Zelda music once, and it was really good. Yes, yeah. Funky says there is something here. It's saying we partner with Sony because we want to focus on quality. It's like all they told us is, okay, we're working on something and it's going to come to PlayStation. Like, okay.
It's like saying we want to partner with EA because we want to get microtransactions taken out of our game.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I guess that shows where they got their financial security from. But this is not exactly putting their best feet forward. Now, granted, like, Summer Game Fest is its own thing. E3 is going to be its own thing. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that could potentially be here, but like Xbox and Bethesda, they're not gonna put their stuff in this show. They're doing their own show that they want you to come to. So I guess it shouldn't be that surprising that we're kind of seeing it's kind of a little bit of weak sauce here.
It's just like that if they showed at least one game per conference that's about to come up that's like, hey, this is going to be there, come check it out. So like, let's say they just have a teaser saying Starfields, 5 seconds, come check us out.
Something like that.
That'd be good. All right, Back for Blood, that's what I'm talking about.
Sunday, Warner Brothers Games and Turtle Rock will be giving players a new look at the zombie multiplayer fun of Back for Blood. And right now, we've got a quick tease of a new boss and news on the beta coming later this summer.
Let me know friendly fire? Because that grenade was really close to that guy.
Yep.
Oh, Molotov's nice. Man, some of the best memories I ever had playing Left 4 Dead was when my friends and I would be hanging out in the safe room right before we went out, and then one of us would just throw a Molotov in the safe room just to piss everybody else off.
One of the things I'm most passionate about is getting you guys access to play more games at home. Last year, Steam
Can't wait
and
to do
Xbox
that with
did
this game.
incredible demo events around Summer Game Fest, and this year, Steam's Next Fest starts next Wednesday, and Xbox is back again to do an ID at Xbox demo event, which I'm announcing right now. It starts on Tuesday, and it's completely free, no badges required. One of the games I'm most excited about in the lineup is Tunic from my fellow Canadian Andrew Scholdice. Here he is to give you a little sneak preview of the brand new demo, which you can exclusively play on Xbox starting on Tuesday.
Hi, my name is Andrew Scholdice, and I'm working on Tunic, which is an isometric action-adventure about a tiny fox in a big world, where you explore the wilderness, fight monsters, and find secrets.
Oh, yeah.
I first started working on it about 6 years ago.
I was going to say, I saw
a lot over the years.
I saw this game years and years ago. I was part of a compilation video I did.
In Tunic, you start the game and you are a little fox that's washed up on a beach, and you don't have a whole lot of context except for a lust for adventure, and you are going to wander off, and maybe you're going to find a stick, and maybe
a stick in a treasure chest.
Maybe you're going to find a sword, and it's really about that sense of discovery, about wondering what's around the next corner. People have played the game at shows before, but we wanted to put together a brand new demo that was, for the home audience. And so it's full of never before seen stuff, a brand new dungeon, a bunch of areas people haven't seen before.
So excited about Tunic, and Sable also is going to be one of the games in that, along with a lot of other awesome titles.
Is he just making this game himself
on Xbox? Next up,
maybe.
Stave Off Ragnarok in this ancient Norse
sure it's taking a long time for this game to come out.
survival RPG that you can also fully play solo. classic hack-and-slash gameplay goes Viking in Norsefeld's Tribes of Midgard, launching on PlayStation and PC July 27th. Here is the brand new trailer.
Yes, Vikings are definitely in right now. We were having a discussion on this in the Discord server earlier. It's like,
yeah,
you know,
Viking zombie
Vikings
battle
being
royale
overdone?
would be the. Are Vikings being overdone? It's bizarre that there's so many Viking games coming out at the same time, because
well, that's just the way things are, right? Like, it started most likely, I would say, it started quite a few years ago with a handful of games that came out, including Hellblade. Kind of set the initial, like, you know, build, and then now we're seeing what's come out after all these years. So this looks fun though, because this is like a multiplayer co-op, you know, dungeon siege-ish type thing, and I really like Dungeon Siege. Dungeon Siege is a good old fun game.
But be careful.
No, wait, Dungeon Siege? No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. That dungeon crawler with the 4 characters and you run around and go nuts. Yeah, that one.
And grow the strength of your tribe, because those giants are on their way.
Nice.
And it's time for us to end their path of destruction. Let's show them our might is greater than their height.
Oh, the word puns. The word puns.
Valhalla! Can't wait!
When is this coming out? That's the big question.
Hey!
Available July 27th. There we go. Next
Who's
month.
ready for some Evil Dead? We announced this game last December at TGA, and now it's time for an extended look at the game.
I had forgotten about this, but yeah, then there were.
Let's turn it over to my friend Tim Willits from Saber.
We saw this in their
Great to see you. Today,
teaser yesterday.
We have some extended footage of The Evil Dead, the game.
Okay,
We
good.
are
Yes, show us
excited
footage.
to
Show us
show you this.
gameplay.
And to help me explain it is Bruce Campbell. Thank you.
The chin.
Yeah. Mad Queen saw the chin yesterday. She was like, "That's Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead guy." I was like, "Wait, is there an Evil Dead game coming?" Apparently there is. Apparently it was announced last year, and it totally slipped my mind.
Hola, cyber friends. I'm Bruce Campbell. You know me as Ash Williams, the dude who saved the world from evil.
They actually have
I'm
the
here to
guy's
bring you
voice.
the lowdown on the upcoming
Yeah, that's him,
Evil
yeah.
Dead, the game.
Does he voice his own character in the game though? That's
You and your friends will team up as classic Evil Dead heroes.
I would
to live
imagine
the
so.
nightmare. You'll use savage finishing moves or tear evil a new one. Or, if you're not into the whole save the world thing, we have another option. You can play as the vile Kandarian demon itself. But who would want to do that? He'd be a dick. With the power of possession in your arsenal, you'll scare those goody two-shoes to death. Literally, you can do that if you're a dick. Whether you choose the path of evil or righteousness, you'll be throwing down in places you've seen before. You'll collect pages of the Necronomicon, uncover Nobi's lost tapes, and track down other legendary artifacts. When you've grabbed enough, you'll use a spell to send the Kandarian son of a bitch back to the hellhole it came from. Soon you'll experience the horror yourself, but for now I'll leave you with this thought. It was no accident that Ash always wore brown pants.
Is this one of those like 4v1 multiplayer things?
Yeah.
Man, I was hoping for like a game with a campaign and all that.
I don't think there's a campaign, and I don't think there's. Well, I don't know. I mean,
First two movies take place exclusively in a shed.
Yeah, I would say that campaigning is not something necessarily...
Well, okay, campaign, but like a single-player mode with a story. Missions and things.
What happens when
that imbalanced
Okay,
multiplayer?
guys,
That's a very popular.
now it's time for the grand
That is a
finale
popular
to the show.
format now.
This is extremely special. Today, I am so deeply honored to be given the opportunity to share this next game. It comes from one of our industry's most acclaimed developers and a previous Game of the Year winner at the Game Awards.
From Software.
I want to personally thank this developer for believing in my vision of Summer Game Fest as a new way to bring all of us together for a cross-industry showcase and kick off the summer in the right way. So, without further ado,
Oh, this
please
is a better payoff.
sit back and enjoy
that kind of build
this
up.
truly spectacular world premiere. It is finally time.
Oh my god, here we go. Here we go. Oh, those are totally... Yes!
Here we go. Yeah, okay. Well,
The tarnished
they saved it for the end, but here we go.
will soon return. Guided by grace.
Well, I'm glad I was wrong about the them showing it. See if I was right about the delay.
The Golden Order is broken to its core.
Oh my god.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish thy flame.
Alright, so very Dark Soulsy.
They will fight. And they will die. In an unending curse. For how else is a champion or a lord to be born?
Well, a lowly tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee now.
Brandish the Elden Ring. For all of us.
Oh, that looks bad at... Oh, January 21st.
So not quite this year, but that's not
But
bad.
pretty close.
That's not bad.
And Elden Ring
It happened.
is coming, as you saw,
I feel
January
very strongly
21st,
that there'll be another delay.
2022 to
I hate to say it, but I really feel like there'll be another
so
delay. I don't know. I hope I'm
incredible,
wrong.
And I want to thank so much Miyazaki-san and the team at From for sharing that in-game look at Elden Ring. I hope you guys are happy. Oh my God, I'm free out of prison. All right. That's going to do it for Summer Game Fest Kickoff Live. Thank you so much to all the developers who took part. And for you and watching around the world, it means so much to me. Summer Game Fest continues all weekend with Netflix Geeked Week and Prime Matter tomorrow, Ubisoft Forward on Saturday, and Xbox and Bethesda on Sunday, Square Enix as well. Head to summergamefest.com for the full and complete schedule. And this is really just the kickoff to summer and a ton of other amazing events that I'm fully supportive of, and I'm very excited to see what they have in store for us as well. As for me, I'll see you again on August 25th for Gamescom Opening Night Live. And this December, I am so happy to say that the Game Awards will return as an in-person ceremony at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. More details are coming later this summer. Thanks again for being a part of Summer Game Fest. We will see you tomorrow for more, and stay tuned for the Day of the Devs with I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine right now. Good night, everybody.
All right, now to go watch that trailer 20 more times.
Yeah, exactly right. Time to pick it all apart.
That looked great.
That did.
Like it still looked very like it has that From Software game, like the engine graphics, but it also looks updated in all the right ways, which is great. And God, just the idea of an open, like it very clearly communicated what, like they originally said it's going to be their first open world type game, and you could definitely get that feel with what we just saw there. It was better than I expected, that trailer.
All right, so what do we got going on here? This is something different. So, Saib, you there? Got some comments for us? I gotta do something.
You have to do. Oh, okay. So I'm like, obviously, it's another like Elden Ring is what we kind of been suspecting for a while. It's basically like a Dark Souls-ish type, boss killer thing. But the story and the dialogue and the written narrative seems to be quite weighty. So I think that's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, like we tend to expect that with the From Software games. Sekiro was sort of it wasn't the main focus of that game, even though it still had a good story.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally we can expect that along with the amazing gameplay that there will be something there for us to chew on in terms of story.
This is an interesting.
You guys got to keep talking. We can't have dead air.
Okay, sorry. I'm busy trying to find a trailer on YouTube.
Let's. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
Okay. I assumed that you were continuing to stream the thing that's still going on. So I was watching and commenting on this.
Oh, I can bring that. Well, I could bring that up too if you want. I've got. Oh, what do I have up right now? The E3 bingo sheet. But.
Yeah. I just realized that you put that up. So no, there's an interesting pixel art type game that's up here right now.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to get too distracted with this kind of stuff. But yeah, the overall like overall, so Game Fest. What do we got? We've got one game that's releasing next month?
Yeah, technically a game. There were like a couple things where it's like coming out next week, like the Call of Duty thing, but that's about it.
But isn't that just a mode though? Or
yeah,
yeah, it's not like the actual
title. Yeah.
So okay, all right. So let me just pull open what we've got here on Steam. So the event has gone off on Steam now, and so they've updated a bunch of stuff. We have Lost Ark, which is coming this fall. This is one of the big ones. This is one of the big ones that I'm happy about. Lost Ark has good potential to be a really great Diablo-esque game. I think, as far as what I've seen and what I've heard in the trailers, it looks way better than any other isometric fighting game I've ever played. But that's not where the good part of the game comes from in those kinds of games. Typically where the gameplay comes from is a combination of the loot, the itemization, and then the character like progression and structure of leveling up and all that kind of stuff. excuse me. Yeah. Pardon me. Excuse me. I apparently swallowed half my tongue. It's great. Awesome. Right in the middle of talking. I am so sorry.
That's quite the mental
Um,
picture.
Yeah, my goodness. Like, yeah, love it. So anyways, Lost Ark.
Sorry,
Yes,
go ahead.
yes. Lost Ark's main focus of these types of games is the character progression in the form of itemization, loot drops, and then of course how you build your character, how you define your character, that kind of stuff. I have heard a lot of people complaining that it's not that good. I don't know if those people complaining that it's not good it has substance to it, right? Like I don't know if that there is substance to that or not. It is it's one of those things that I think we need to see. They're properly localizing it, which is great. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how and where that comes in. Don't want to cough here again on excuse me. I don't want to cough again. I'm definitely going to be tracking this one because I think part of the problem may be, and I'm seeing here now that it does appear to be free to play, but they are selling founders packs and there may be an internal store. So yeah, here I'm looking through the lists here on Steam. It does have in-app purchases. So another game ruined by microtransactions? I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna pull up in the packages here, which I hope I can get some info on. Okay, here we go. Becoming a platinum founder, you get beta access, 3-day head start, 7,000 royal crystals. Oh, this is not looking good, guys. Founders exclusive mount, pet, avatar, founders avatar, character expansion slot. Oh, this is looking even worse and worse and worse. Platinum title, exclusive wallpaper, structure, legendary affinity gift. I'm starting to see where the complaints are coming from. 60 resurrection feathers. That's a big warning, like red light flashing and sirens blaring. 50,000 silver, 5 adventurers equipment crates. Oh, that's even worse. It just keeps getting worse, guys. Gatherer's tool chest, Heroes Ascent chest, 20, 30, 40, and 50. 30 days of crystalline aura benefits. Oh, this is not good. This is really not good. This is really not good. All right. I'm probably gonna have to scratching this one off my list here because this is so 30-day crystalline buffet. Buffet aura benefit. That means that there's going to be some kind of like double XP thing. The 50,000 silver means that there's 2 currencies in the game, silver and royal crystals, which are going to have various effects on stuff. The one that really gets me here is 60 resurrection feathers, which means that you're probably going to have a limit to how many times you can die a day. You're probably only going to get 1 or 2 free resurrections. And then you'll have to, if you're dying lots, you're going to have to pay for resurrection feathers. I'm starting to see where some people were complaining about it. So, all right, I am... That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking.
That's disappointing.
Why must they do this? Why must they destroy good games with these microtransaction ladle BS stuff where it doesn't even matter your skill? Like it really doesn't. And that's going to be a thing. So yeah, I'm really upset about that one. I'm really upset about that one. I wish. Oh man, that is extremely disappointing. All right, Bloodhunt. Bloodhunt.
Sorry to interrupt. I just got to let you guys know that I got to go in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing? We'll just cover that quickly before you got to go.
Well, obviously Elden Ring. I mean, everything else that we saw for the most part was just stuff that we knew was coming already, but we just got another look at it. Things like Solar Ash, which I was already looking forward to. Sable, which looks amazing. I will say that one game, I can't remember what the title of it was, but it's sort of like the space version of Left 4 Dead. I'm pretty interested in that. It looks cartoonishly fun. But yeah, Elden Ring, just I've been waiting for that for a while. Recently got into the Dark Souls and Bloodborne series. I'm terribly interested in seeing where they're able to go with like an open world version of those types of games. And if it's anything like the previous ones, I should have a field day trying to figure out what their lore is and make tons of wonderful videos for my channel. Now, I'll just need to go do stuff, and then when I come back, I'll probably be watching that trailer a couple more times, or no, a couple more times, 20 more times, until I can figure out all the little details. All right. Well, thank you very much for having me, guys. Thanks for letting me commentate along with you, and I look forward to doing more of that these coming days.
Thanks so much, Max. Great to have you here with us. And yeah, I think my two favorite parts were the Elden Ring reveal and Ryan Reynolds. But
yes,
that's
oh, and best of all, he's going to be the lead character in Elden Ring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, so he actually pulled off the comedy. Like he's actually can be funny without becoming a cringe fest. But his movie looks pretty good. And that's the funny thing. It's like the best things about this kickoff event were this game that we weren't expecting to see here and a movie. Like, yeah. Anyway, it's
interesting.
It was, and I know chat was really with it. I can bring myself back up on the screen here too. I was trying to find a recap to kind of go through what we had talked about, or what we saw, but I haven't found one yet. But it was overall pretty lackluster. Even when they brought Hideo Kojima on, and he really had, I mean, I don't mind hearing about the creative process and how things are going in the industry, et cetera, et cetera. I don't mind all that, but when he really had nothing to say about anything upcoming, and he kind of said the same thing 3 times in a row, I felt like they were trying to use his star power to fill some space, but it just didn't. I was like, that kind of set the tone for the entire thing for me. I was like, they've really got nothing here. They've really got nothing. There was just not much to show in this show. So, Max,
hopefully we'll have more. Hopefully,
well,
we'll have more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go through the stuff here.
If you have a link to a list or something, send it my way.
Well, like I said, I'm looking at the list here on Steam. So we've got Among Us stuff. We've got Chicory, Tribes of Midgard. That looks interesting, and it's releasing July. So that's one of the pluses, I would say. Tales of Rise, decently looking good game. Very heavy JRPG stuff. Kind of looking forward to that one. I don't know if I'll actually have the time to like play through it. Endless Dungeon looks interesting. The Back for Blood looks mildly interesting. Dark Alliance is dropping on the 22nd of this month, and I would be interested in seeing how that one flows. I'm really not for like action D&D games because I feel that like D&D to me is always very strategic, logical. You're working with basic equipment in the vast majority of what you're doing. You're not running around with like, I've got full legendary armor, and that's what you're gonna have here. You fight, you do these missions over and over and over and over again, and you get more loot, and next thing you know, your character is decked out in all legendary gear. And it's like, I don't find that the D&D experience that I enjoy. I find that a pretty bad experience outside of like a handful of things, and it seems very live servicey to me. So I'm not a fan of that one. we've got a bunch of other like little things, Fall Guys stuff, Paladins, Tunic. Tunic looks like mildly interesting.
Tunic looks, yeah, it looks pretty. It does look good. I'm just wondering when it's going to come out. Like it looks like a small casual game I would enjoy. But again, when is it going to come out? He's been working on it for 6 years. It doesn't look much different from what I remember seeing a few years ago.
It is one of those scenarios where it's like we might be looking at something that just like takes forever, right? To get done with that one. So again, that one, that one's whatever. The Metal Slug game, the turn-based tactical stuff, I like that idea. I will definitely be willing to give that a go because I'm a big fan of Metal Slug, and I think that I'm a big fan of any tactics type games. So yeah, it's interesting, and I'm definitely going to be picking that one up most likely because this is something that is like I'm trying to find the actual like. Of course they don't have this. Like, where is the actual page for the? There we go. There's the game. All right. So it's interesting. It's tile based. It's not huge. It looks decent, but again, this is not a this isn't a groundbreaking AAA game. It might be very popular, but it's not groundbreaking AAA.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodhunt is probably the most interesting thing that is here. They said coming this year, didn't they? But I look here and all they have is EBA release date. So I'm wondering if that has to do with the fact that they want to keep this thing in beta, paid beta for a long time. I don't know. We'll see. It's one of those things where it's like, it's like Fortnite. Fortnite is still in quote unquote beta, right? So it's
Right.
one of those things where that might be the case of this one. You have an easier time of like doing updates and stuff like that when it is classified as a beta. There's a lot of platforms that make that a little bit easier as far as like tech and stuff goes. It's really weird, and it's really weird. It's significantly really weird.
Saib has taken on his
interesting.
You've taken on your evolved form in your visuals right now.
Darn it! Did it do this? Okay,
it's slowly coalescing now.
It's okay. Yeah, we're having some issues with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that off.
No, don't. It was fine. It was something. It was better than nothing.
I've been getting comments about it, not behaving. On. Okay, and so anyways, we'll just cut that off for now.
Fine.
So, I mean, you're right. It was a pretty light announcement. Very light, I would say. We've got Campus World. All of this stuff is coming soon. There is nothing that is like, here now, right now. There's nothing here now, right now, aside from like a handful of like combination stuff, right? Like the Fall Guys stuff, the Paladin stuff, like the already existing games, the Smite stuff. All of this stuff is, this stuff is already out there. There's really nothing like new here. And again, this is just I'm just looking at the PC list right now. As far as the PlayStation and whatnot goes, Xbox, there wasn't a lot there, and I don't think we were gonna get too much there. There was enough, but that's about it. So
again, there was a lot that there's a lot more coming, and I think there's a lot that
this is just
like they weren't going to show us Starfield and stuff at this event. We're going to see that at the more focused events later.
It's funny. I look at the Smite page right now, and the Smite thing that they're advertising right now is the Avatar crossover. Not the other crossover that they teased, the Stranger Things crossover. So that's kind of interesting. Little wonky. Monster World again. This is a game that I wish I had time to play and get into, but it's something that we're hopefully going to get into a little bit maybe in this fall. There's a lot of requests for people to play it. It does come with some pretty hefty DRM though, so joy. Yeah, I mean, it's an okay start. Again, we have the Elden Ring thing, so that's there. But as far as everything else goes, it wasn't that huge of a splash. And I think we're gonna be. I think we've got a bit before we get really into too much stuff. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Again, we don't we don't support nor do we talk about much from this particular developer and this particular company because of reasons in the past. Uh, Good luck, and if you enjoy this thing, then good. It's nice that it got its own thing. It's not fun that it is run by a bunch of dictatorial crazies.
I don't know. It
Death
looked
Stranding, yeah.
okay, but not. I don't know. Death Stranding director's cut again. What was with that box, man? That was the weirdest thing.
It's obviously a nod.
Yes,
to
it's
Solid
a metal.
Snake
It's a Metal Gear. It's a Metal
thing,
Gear
obviously.
thing. Yes, I got that much. Believe it or not, but it was it was just so weird. I don't know. It was just the way it was done was very weird. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, who was okay, I'd say. He wasn't too cringe. I mean, being cringe is kind of part of his shtick, so I guess it pretty much worked. But yeah, the game. I mean, if you're into that kind of game, pretty good. Ryan Reynolds, of course, was one of the highlights, and his movie Free Guy. Yeah, and someone in the chat had said that the movie used to be called Good Guy or something. So I think they even changed the name of the movie.
Yeah, I think I can clearly tell that they've changed a lot of the direction because if you look up the early trailers, it had a completely different feel to it, and now it's like, yeah, I think they've reshot pretty much the entire movie. It would be, I'm always interested in when you hear about these movies getting completely redone. I'm always interested to know what would happen if you took the two, lined them up beside each other. People went to see both and then gave their reactions. So yeah, it's a bizarre one.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot. It looks like there's a lot they could have added in. Just, I mean, yeah, maybe they did bring him back for a bunch of reshoots. He did say it's been such a long time that he couldn't even remember who was in it. So yeah, I mean, it's possible they brought him back for reshoots, but maybe not.
Or just recut like so much stuff.
Recut a whole bunch of stuff. Like so much of that, like the stuff with the like the Twitch streamers and stuff and the famous YouTubers, all that could have been added after the fact.
One of the things that I discovered recently, which I'm sure is not new news, but Apocalyptica, I think it's called. Apparently, they shot like 100 some odd days of footage, and like the original director on it basically like went crazy, like went off the deep end, and there was just like he shot enough to make an entire like series out of it probably, but they ended up cutting it down to this hour-and-a-half movie, and it's still a very strange film just in general. And yeah, it's a bizarre thing, but you never know how that kind of affects production and creation. So it's there's some crazy stuff.
All right, let's see what else we had here. Just quickly, you've mentioned a lot of these. House of Ashes. Oh, that's not the one I'm thinking of. There was another Ashes game that was that looked really surreal. Actually, looked kind of fun that I might check out. House of Ashes looked interesting. Evil Dead looked less interesting than I was hoping for, but I mean, it's it's another one of those popular formats. Like the 4 versus 1 asynchronous, not asynchronous multiplayer, but what is the word for that? Asynchronous multiplayer is something different.
It's the it's the usually it's like the 1v4.
Yeah, 1v4, 1v5, the imbalanced
something like
imbalanced
that.
teams multiplayer. So
Well, I mean, we used to call that the tabletop experience with the GM. Like the GM would pit things against you, and you react to it accordingly. Of course,
Indeed.
now it's not a turn-based or a slow calculated thing that involves narrative. It's a just throw things at you until everything explodes kind of thing. So,
okay, well,
and then there's Dolmen. I don't even remember this one being showcased. They must have flipped over this one very quickly.
You're looking at the Steam list of the Game Fest.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be other ones popping up because Game Fest is not just this stream that we just watched. Game Fest is like days and days long, so there's going to be lots. There's still streams going on. We should talk quickly. What are we going to cover tomorrow? If you tune in live here on the Triple S League channel, we have, looking at the schedule here, so tomorrow is the Netflix Geeked Week thing, which we'll probably check out but not live stream. IGN Expo, I don't know if we'll check that out or not. No, there's more tomorrow than just those two things. Let me look at the other schedule. Coke Prime Time, the Deep Silver parent company. Anyway, Coke Prime Time is going to be tomorrow at, looks like it starts noon Pacific, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. So an hour later than this one started.
Are you sure? Because I'm looking at the list here and it says 3 p.m. PT, 6 p.m. ET. So I think your hours
for the Coke Primetime.
Very...
Well, that's according to this spreadsheet. That's
Coke Media, aka Coke Primetime, 3 p.m. PT, 6 p.m. ET.
Okay, yeah, that's different from what I have here.
So something's not marrying up with our list here. So we will maybe potentially cover that one. We might also cover the like I said, the IGN one, the Netflix one. It really depends on what they're talking about. It appears as if the Netflix thing is going to be talking about more of their shows and movies than about their games. So like I don't know why they would do that. It seems a little wonky to me. I could make a very, 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 very interesting joke right now about hey, we're incorporating a lot of our hit shows into video games. Learn to fight other things in the Stranger Things universe. Learn how to do other illegal stuff by playing another movie that has been in a lot of hot water for having underage actors in it. So stuff like that. Again, I'm still annoyed at Netflix. So,
but all right. According to Summer Game Fest official Twitter, it is noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. I'll put it up here on the screen.
According to who?
Summer Game Fest's official Twitter.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong here because IGN has it slated at 3 p.m.
Well, it is 3 p.m. Eastern.
No, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, well,
6 p.m.
I've checked multiple websites. They all say noon Pacific.
Well, except for IGN.
IGN might be... who knows? Either IGN's crazy or everyone else is crazy. I'm going to go with IGN's crazy. But anyway, yeah, so if we cover anything live tomorrow, it'll likely be that. So join the Discord server. Check, we will post when we're planning to, we'll post all of our upcoming scheduled streams there. And if we're not live on YouTube and Twitch, there will likely be some watch parties happening in some of the rooms there on the Discord server. So definitely check it out for that. There's always a lot of fun conversations happening there. It's also just a great place if you were looking for a community to be a part of, find people to game with, talk about all the stuff we love to talk about. Check it out. It's a fun place. It's a fun place. We have great mods that keep it all on the level and good, and yeah, I'm super happy, actually. The mods take such a load off my mind. We have great mods. We really do have great mods. If any of them are listening, thank you so much for what you do there. All right. Anything left to say?
I gotta get running. So
yes, as do I pretty soon. So thank you so much for
We'll
joining
see you
everybody.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday. Can't wait for Sunday.
Sunday's gonna be good. All right. Slam that like button, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you again very soon.